What's up, everybody? What is up? What is up? How are you guys doing? How's everybody's day been today? How's the audio sound too? You guys able to hear me? Let me see. Hold on, I'm opening the chat. Bromus, what's up? Kona, Immortal, Yonko, Tony, Evil Gru, Mr. Denz, Inmato, Kona, Dr. Strangle. Audio's fine. Sick. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Today we're going to be doing a live stream debate for Luffy versus Naruto. And this debate's going to be manga only for today. Alright, this debate's going to be manga only. And here's a couple things. It's going to be an open live stream debate, so anyone who's in the chat here can actually join in, and like if you disagree with anything I say, any of the claims I'm making, you can join the debate yourself. I just added a link to my latest post, so like if you want to join the debate, here's how you do it. You go to my YouTube channel, you click on this tab that says posts, you scroll down to this newest post I did, the Luffy versus Naruto poll. You click on that, and then you click this pinned comment. Well, the link on this pinned comment, that'll take you to this debate, and you'll be able to like speak. And if you can debunk any of the things I'm saying, please do, because I really do want to just find out like which character is more likely to win based on manga only. All right. Oh, thank you. And Bromus just put the chat link in the comments as well. All right, so let's get started. So yeah, for people, so I'll just start with this. Some people might be asking like, why do I want to do this manga only? Okay, so it's for a couple different reasons, right? So first off, the honest reason is just, the first honest reason is like, whenever I have this debate, for some reason, like it seems like Naruto fans, no matter what, do not want to do this manga only. I'm not sure why, actually. I don't know why. So the first reason is I just genuinely want to see what are the best feats in the Naruto manga. But whenever I do this, try to do this debate with pretty much any Naruto fan, the first thing they do is start pulling up data books, and I'm like, why doesn't anyone want to use feats in the actual manga itself? So the first reason is I'm just genuinely curious. I want to see like what's the best debate points that the Naruto fan base can put together with just the manga. That's the first reason, because I don't know why they like avoid doing that so much. The second reason is I don't want to be rude to the data books themselves, right? Like I know some people really like them, but there's a couple like there's a couple controversial things about the data books. For one, they have like actual genuine mistakes in them. So if you look at this left-hand data books, this is one of the official data book translations, where they literally just copy and pasted the same paragraph twice. Like if you read the paragraph in the left panel, it's literally the exact same words written 2 times. So like I'm not quite sure how they made that mistake, but this is like in the official data book, it's just an actual genuine mistake. If you look at the right hand panel, it has things written in it that are just blatantly wrong from what the series shows us. It says Orochimaru is the most powerful and most evil of all village enemies, but we know for a fact he's weaker than Pain. Like Pain would pick Orochimaru up and slam him on his neck, so that's just factually wrong as well. And I mean honestly, you could also make an argument that he's weaker than Obito, but I think that would be more debatable. But like Pain, I don't know, maybe it's not, maybe that's something everyone would just agree with, right? But I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think Orochimaru versus Obito would be close. But it's like we know he's weaker than Pain, so that's something that's just objectively wrong. Here's another data book where it says that Hebi Sasuke had power that exceeds even that of the Akatsuki, which is another thing that's just blatantly wrong. Itachi is stronger than him. Pain is also stronger than him. So it's like the data books, sometimes they just exaggerate things or just get things straight up incorrect. There's a couple other things, like there's this translation from the data books where it's Kishimoto thanking other people for working on the book. Like, this is a quote from Kishimoto. He says, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Hagiwara, Mr. Takuma, and other designers for their great efforts in making this book. Like, so it's like there's controversy over whether or not like Kishimoto wrote it all himself anyway. It seems like he had help from some other authors. So it's like there's just a lot of different controversial things about the data books themselves. So I really like, for this debate to at least start it, right? I want to do manga only. I want to see like what can the Naruto fan base bring up just using the manga, because I think that the Naruto verse is actually a strong verse. And if you agree with me that Naruto is a strong verse, then you shouldn't have a problem doing this debate manga only. You should be able to look through the manga, know the manga well enough to be able to say, okay, no, this is a speed of light feat for Naruto. This is a speed of light feat for Naruto. Naruto can do this. Naruto can do that. So based off of these manga panels here, Naruto would win. And you should be able to do that confidently if you really understand the manga, right? If you can't do that, then we should just go ahead and admit we can't do that and then use the data book second. Power scaling feats. Then we're going to go through some Naruto power scaling feats. Then I'm going to give like my overall stance on who I think would win. And then we're going to open this up for anyone to join. All right. All right. So let's start talking about this. So in Naruto, in One Piece, light speed feats have been happening since pre-time skip. A good example of this is with the Pacifista lasers. His paw cannon attack. It's air pressure deflected at the speed of light. And then you see this version of Zoro. This is near death Zoro, dodging tons of these. This is a Zoro who's so damaged that he can barely stand. This is a Zoro who's so damaged he can barely stand, yet he's dodging like numerous light speed attacks. And for anyone who's saying that Zoro's just like aim dodging them, because I've seen that argument before, this left hand panel just debunks that. You literally see like an air palm cannon flying his way. Like, look at the left hand panel. Zoro's sitting there. He's looking at one of these attacks fly his way. Then he dodges it. And then we get in the bottom left hand panel. It's Zoro's just so damaged he can barely stand up. Because they just finished like fighting for another large boss battle right before this guy showed up. Then on the right hand panel, you see Kuma shoot a laser beam. The light beam is flying through the air in the middle right hand panel, while Zoro's like still on the ground, like damaged and injured. And then he dodges it in the bottom right hand panel, even though it was flying through the air before Zoro was like doing. There's a lot of light speed feats in just pre-time skip One Piece. You also have this feat here where Luffy's dodging photons. You see like the left hand panel, they're literally called photons. They're bouncing off mirrors, showing that they have like the same properties of light, or that they have properties that light have. And then in the right hand panel, this is Luffy dodging a lot of them and dodging punches at the same time. Basically, I'm just showing you there's a lot of light speed feats, reaction feats in One Piece, right? There's a lot of them. In early One Piece, there's already a lot of them. Then the time skip happens. Luffy gets stronger and stronger for 600 chapters after that, because the time skip is around chapter 600. And then Luffy fights Kizaru, and he's like, we're 100 times stronger than we were the last time you saw us in pre-time skip. And this is also a callback to when Luffy was in Sabaody pre-time skip, and Shaki says that Rayleigh was 100 times stronger than Luffy was, or you could say that Rayleigh was 100 times stronger than Luffy's entire crew. And now in the current chapters, Luffy's stronger than Rayleigh is. So like the 100 times stronger thing like actually makes sense. So basically you have someone who was already reacting to light speed attacks pre-time skip, and he's 100 times stronger now. On top of that, he can see the future, and he has Ryu, which just ignores durability. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But essentially, the One Piece verse reaction speed is actually insane. It's just actually insane. When you go from being already reacting to light to being 100 times stronger than that, you're dealing with some insane scaling. All right. And the dude can see the future at the same time. That's actually a very crazy combo. And there's a lot. I mean, like what I just said is already enough to say Luffy's 100 times stronger, because we know he's stronger than Rayleigh now. But even if you ignore that, it's like the power jump from pre-time skip to post-time skip was massive. Like this is in the pre-time skip, Luffy's entire crew was working together, struggling to beat just one pacifista. Then in chapter 600, like the first chapter of the post-time skip, Luffy one-shots a pacifista by himself with one of his weakest attacks. Basically, one of Luffy's weakest attacks at the start of post-time skip was stronger than all the or on par with all the combined effort of like his crew pre-time skip, like working to exhaustion. And we also see Luffy like dodging light, saying that it's too slow. And then this is just chapter 600. He gets massively stronger from here to like where we are in current chapters. Okay. And then one last thing I wanted to show for the One Piece verse is we see even the fodder characters, like the two weakest Straw Hats are Usopp and Nami in pre-time skip, and we see them both dodge lightning. Okay, we see them both dodge lightning, and you can't say it's aim dodging either. The left-hand panel, this lightning attack literally is blasted at Usopp from behind. He's not even looking at it, and he dodges it anyway. This is not aim dodging. This is just one of the weakest members on the crew dodging lightning. And then you have Nami also dodging lightning. This is Skypiea. This is like chapter 200, guys. Okay. Now, let's start talking about how does this scale to Naruto if we're just using the manga. And I want you guys to prove me wrong if you can. I really want you to, okay? Because I'll just be honest with you. This is... the scaling does not look too good through the Naruto manga. I was just reading through all the Naruto manga again. I'm getting the best feats I could find for the Naruto verse. And I'm just going to be honest with you, it does not look very good. Okay? So this is Sasuke using Kirin against Itachi. And the way he describes it, he's describing lightning speed as if it's like this insane, truly insane thing. So this is what Sasuke says about Kirin. He says, "It only lasts an instant. Just like the Amaterasu, it cannot be blocked or evaded." And then Zetsu's like, "Oh man, no one can evade the jutsu? It's just like Amaterasu? What do you mean? What is it?" And he's just talking about lightning. Sasuke says he guides a lightning strike down from the sky. That's all Kirin really is. It's a speed of lightning attack. And Sasuke's describing it as something that cannot be blocked or evaded. That's not very good, chat. And it's like, as I was starting to read through the Naruto manga again, because I like Naruto a lot, actually. Like, I grew up watching Naruto, read every chapter, right? But as I was just reading through it, like, looking for power scaling feats, I started to understand, like, I think the reason why a lot of Naruto fans never want to do this debate manga only is because the feats are not that good in the manga. I think that's what it is. Like, you see Zetsu saying that this is the speed of lightning. You're seeing and Zetsu's like, just as I thought, this is why it cannot be evaded. The speed of lightning is 1/1000th of a second. It's faster than sound. Like, they're talking about it like this, like it's this humongous deal. Meanwhile, you got Usopp and Nami dodging lightning in Skypiea. This Usopp Nami level feat, bro. Like, Imagine if you had Skypiea, Usopp, and Nami in this verse, just dodging Kiri. All right. Then I also wanted to talk about the Haku feat. This is like the biggest thing that people bring up from the data books. But if you just read the actual manga itself, it seems more like Haku is like somewhere around this lightning tier as well. Maybe a little bit. I'd say Haku is probably slightly faster than lightning, around there. And it's because like Haku's jutsu is described using very similar, a lot of the same words that the Raikage's movement speed is referred to. So like, look in the left-hand panel. They say nothing can match Raikage's teleportation speed. The Raikage's not teleporting though. He's just amping himself with lightning, kind of like Killua's Godspeed from Hunter x Hunter. But the Raikage's is like a stronger version because it also like gives him defense too. But he's literally just like using lightning to make himself faster. He's literally just like using lightning to make himself faster. I think the Raikage is slightly faster than lightning, but I'm gonna be honest. It's hard to put him any faster than that. And just him, the Raikage with this lightning jutsu, it's referred to as teleportation speed. And Haku's ice mirror is stated to be part of the art of teleportation. I'd make an argument that these are both just like slightly faster than lightning. I'd make an argument they're both just slightly faster than lightning. All right. And I mean, you could make an argument that Sasuke was struggling to keep up with him, bro. And that's kind of like implied by this statement here, where it says, like, this is talking about Sasuke. It says, if you can't keep up, defend yourself with an intangible shield. He can't just recklessly attack Sasuke. And that's like when Sasuke does this, like creates his Susanoo and puts the flames on it. You could make an argument that Mangekyo Sharingan Sasuke was struggling to keep up with the Raikage. You could make that debate. All right, but I'm not even going to mention that right now. We'll just leave it. This is also the Raikage dodging Amaterasu. And when you see, like, earlier on, they say Amaterasu is similar to Kirin, a lightning style jutsu. And then you see the Raikage dodging the Amaterasu. It makes me start thinking, like, okay. I think the Raikage is a bit faster than lightning. Amaterasu's relative to lightning. And that's kind of like insane speeds for this verse if you just use the manga. And if you guys can debunk this using just the manga, I want you to. Okay? Here's another thing. Like, another thing that I see people say is Kakashi chopped a lightning bolt with his lightning blade. But here's the thing that, like, they say about lightning blade. They say like the speed was too much for Jonin Kakashi to handle until he had the Sharingan. Like, he could barely handle it. If this is the speed of lightning, he could barely handle it without his Sharingan. Minato says it's just an imperfect jutsu, the way you're using it. It makes him too fast to see, like, when his opponent counterattacks. So it's like he could barely if you guys think it's the speed of lightning, Jonin Kakashi could barely handle it. Okay, so I mean, the more I just like started studying the feats of Naruto, I started really thinking, oh, so this is why no one wants to do manga only debate. It's because the Naruto verse isn't that strong if you just use the manga. Okay, all right, and now here are some other things I've seen people say. The storm style laser circus. I've seen people say that this is the speed of light because it's called laser circus. But they don't factor in that it's also just called storm style. Maybe this is just a literal lightning blast anyway. But even if you want to say that this is an actual laser beam, like, I mean, I don't really know how a storm would create a laser beam, if I'm being completely honest with you. It might just be lightning. But if we say it's actually a laser beam, that doesn't even matter, because the time we see it used, they don't dodge it. No one is dodging this. Like, this is where we see it used. It's not being dodged. If someone can tell me a panel where someone dodges this, please let me know. Because if you think this is light speed, we could say it is. All right, let's go ahead and say it is. It's not being dodged, bro. They're not reacting to it. They're not reacting to it. And keep in mind, you said this is slander, brother. If it was slander, it would not be an open debate. This is an open debate where I'm genuinely asking you guys, defend your manga. Defend it. Explain to me with feats from the manga that say that I'm wrong. I'm genuinely asking you to, because I want to see if it can be done. Am I wrong? Prove me wrong with the manga, please. That's not what slander sounds like. That's me just being genuinely honest here and saying, let's talk about the manga. All right. Then we get these panels where it's KCM1 Naruto spends like 2 chapters just struggling to get past Raikage, this dude who might just be like a bit faster than lightning. This lightning timer dude. Naruto just struggling to get past him. This goes on for about 2 chapters. And Naruto's like increasing his speed, going like each time he tries, he's increasing his speed. And the Raikage still just like slapping him back. And this is something that's actually really bad, chat. The Raikage said, there's no shinobi faster than me ever since the 4th Hokage died. So what you're telling me is you got a dude who's relative to lightning. Let's say he's 10 times faster than lightning. Let's say that. He was 2nd fastest in the verse for like a large part of the series. Meanwhile, you got this in One Piece early on. You got fodder characters dodging lightning, bro. Like I said, I'm asking you guys to just debunk me, please. Use manga and debunk it. Okay? Okay, and now there's these panels here with Minato. This is where like Minato's like outspeeding the Raikage. But then we see Killer B reacts to him. So like here's something that I wondered, right? Can you guys prove that Minato's light speed too? Is there a way you can do that? I think that was like kind of his purpose, is to represent light speed in Naruto, is because he's called the Yellow Flash, and like that's what light looks like, you know? But like, is the Yellow Flash just referring to him teleporting? Is it just referring to him teleporting? Or is it referring to his like overall reaction speed? I'm asking the Naruto fans, like, you tell me. All right. Anyway, this is us seeing Minato like teleport past the Raikage. Like every time he outspeeds the Raikage, he's outspeeding him with teleportation, right? He's not just like jumping out of the way or running out of the way. It's his teleportation. So is that where his nickname comes from? Just him teleporting places? You guys in the chat tell me. Anyway, we see Killer B react to him twice. We see Killer B react to him twice. Okay, so I don't know. Like you guys, and isn't Killer B like relative to the Raikage in terms of speed? I don't know. I want you guys to prove to me using the manga that like these guys are light speed. Someone, I'm genuinely asking you guys to do that. Okay. Then we see this is Naruto like going all out again, and he's still getting slapped around by the Raikage. Then Killer B hits the Raikage with a lariat, and then after that, Naruto speeds past him for the first time. Now, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I could make an argument and just say this would be kind of slander. I'm not gonna lie. This would be slander if I said the only reason Naruto got past the Raikage was because the Raikage was hurt from the lariat. That would be slander. I don't think that's the point of this scene. I think the point of this scene is to show that like Naruto actually did surpass the Raikage in speed. And then they're saying Naruto's just like the Yellow Flash now. So it's like, this is the stuff I'm talking about, bro. Is this a light speed verse or without the data books? is this a light speed verse without the data books, bro? Because he just moves faster than the Raikage, and they're like, oh, he's just like the Yellow Flash, bro. What are we doing? Oh man, bro. You said he's called the Yellow Flash because of the light speed slash he has. Is it like, is there a panel that says that? Because I also have vids pulled up in the other. I want you guys to tell me the chapter number and page, and we'll look at that, and I'll just admit that I'm wrong. I have vids right over here. Hold up. I got vids right here. I want you guys to just tell me what chapter and what page number says that Minato's light speed, and I'll just straight up admit I'm wrong. Okay, so if you guys, I'm not even joking. I am willing to do that. Okay. So if you guys know the chapter number in the page in the page number that says that Minato is like the speed of light because of like his actual reaction speed and movement, not his teleportation, please tell me, and I'll just admit I'm right. I'll admit I'm wrong, because I might be wrong. Chapter 1113. Okay. Well, anyway, oh yeah, and then here's the other thing here. After Naruto does this, Raikage said, "You're only the second to have ever outrun my fastest punch." Which is really bad, chat. That's really bad. So you're telling me this dude, just by amping himself with lightning, was speed blitzing the verse? Was speed blitzing the verse his whole life? Raikage was speed blitzing the verse his whole life, chat. Even if I say he's the speed of light, that's bad. That's bad. This is some stuff One Piece characters were doing pre-time skip, bro. Okay, so anyway, I think this is the first legit 100%, no question about it, light speed feat in the verse is this. The Madara doing the Sage Art Fang of Light. I mean, it's once again a storm style technique too. But I just, like, honestly, the reason I consider this one light speed is because it's Madara. It's super strong Madara. In his, like, this is the 10-tail cloak Madara. I believe, like, I think the actual term, it's like Jubi Madara. I'm not exactly sure the correct, like, translation for it, correct pronunciation for it. But I do consider this one speed of light. And we see Naruto dodge it with Sage of Six Paths, okay? Storm upscale. You know what? Maybe this is storm upscale. Maybe Darui's laser circuit attack really was like the speed of a real laser. Maybe. But yeah, we do see Naruto dodge this. So it's like, this is Sage of Six Paths Naruto. This is the Naruto that's fighting Luffy in this debate. He's around the speed of light. Meanwhile, Luffy was around the speed of light pre-time skip and got 100 times stronger after that. Okay, so oh yeah, this right here is the best destructive feat in all of Naruto in the manga, I think. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think this is like the best one in all of the manga. It's where like Kaguya's about to destroy this dimension with a truth-seeking orb. Like, she's making a truth-seeking orb that's going to just erase a whole dimension, I think, or like that's their goal with it. Either a whole dimension or a whole planet. I think it's a whole dimension. Okay, and I've seen people try to scale Naruto to this. They're like, oh yeah, Naruto is strong enough to destroy a whole dimension too. But that's not what Naruto says. Like, Naruto's not like, oh, hey, let me just go clash with that with a Rasengan real quick. Let me go just throw a Rasen Shuriken at that. It's going to overpower it and we're going to be fine. He doesn't say any of that. He's like, oh no, we need to seal Kaguya right now. Like, that's dangerous. So it doesn't seem like Naruto scales to this. His first response is, let's seal this thing right away. Let's seal Kaguya, and that's what they do. They just seal Kaguya. Okay, so here's the last things I'm going to mention before we open up the debate to everybody else. In one, like, I think my honest answer on this, I think Luffy just is massively faster than Naruto, and he sees into the future. Like, based off of just the manga, it seems like Naruto is somewhere in like the relative to the speed of light in terms of reaction speed. Like, it seems like Naruto is somewhere in the range of like 2 or maybe at most like 3 to 4 times the speed of light. Like, even that is kind of pushing it. I think like saying he's like twice the speed of light might be like accurate, based off of the manga. Just using manga only, that's me, like, and I'm basing it entirely off of this one panel. I'm just saying, like, in this one panel, Naruto's like the speed of light. So maybe he's like twice the speed of light. And I do think Naruto has like the stronger destructive capability. But honestly, I don't even know if it's by a lot if you just use the manga only. But here's the reason why that's not really a big deal. Like, Luffy, the feats that Naruto's performing right here, dodging a light fang right here, and like look at what Naruto says while he does it. He's like, whoa, like this was like kind of a startling thing. All right, Luffy does the same thing in pre-time skip, like multiple times. He does it here. He does it here. We see Zoro dodging a bunch of light speed attacks while near death. We see Zoro like wait for an attack, to like a light speed one to hit him in the face. He dodges it there. This one's flying through the air. He dodges it there. This is all like pre-time skip One Piece stuff. And then Luffy gets 100 times stronger after that. Also, like a 1-to-1 example, where Naruto was saying whoa to a light speed attack, Luffy's just straight up saying it's too slow, like casually dodging it at the start of the time skip. And he gets magnitude stronger. So it's like, here's the thing, man. Luffy's like speed blitzing this guy. Based on manga only, Luffy's speed blitzing him, and Luffy can see the future. That's a really bad combination, because we've seen in One Piece, like, when Luffy fought Katakuri, you could debate that Luffy actually had the faster reaction speed anyway, and he still couldn't hit Katakuri for like the majority of their 11-hour fight. He did 0 damage. He was just unable to land any attacks on Katakuri, simply because Katakuri could see the future. If you're faster than your opponent by magnitudes and you can see the future, it's like you're just not going to get hit. Okay, and on top of that, Luffy has Rio. This is why I said, like, I would say Naruto has the more attack power, but it doesn't really matter because Luffy has Rio, which negates durability. This is shown with like Kinemon. This is why Kinemon can hurt Kaido. Kinemon is a fodder character, bro. Like the gap in power between Kinemon and Kaido, it's kind of like comparing the Naruto equivalent of that. It would be like comparing maybe Shikamaru to Madara. It might be like that big of a gap. But anyway, you're seeing Kinemon cut Kaido because he has Rio. What Rio does is it ignores durability. You can hurt people massively stronger than you, like magnitude stronger than you. I'm gonna be honest, chat. I think if you took pre-time skip Luffy and had him fight Kinemon, I think that's like an extreme diff fight. Like, chat, let me know what you think. Do you think Kinemon is even stronger than pre-time skip Luffy? They might be like even with each other, bro. Kinemon is fodder. Okay? And he's able to hurt someone who might be 100 times stronger than him, just using Rio. That's not even mentioning the fact that Luffy might have stronger Rio than Kinemon does, because Luffy's Rio was like level 2 Rio. And this guy Hyogoro, who was like an old samurai, he said like, yo, Luffy, the Rio you just did, I can't even do that, bro. Like, so Luffy might have even stronger Rio than Kinemon, and with Rio, Kinemon's able to like hurt someone who might be 100 times stronger than he is, bro. Just because it ignores durability. All right. We also see Kawamatsu is able to hurt Kaido. Like, there's a whole bit of dialogue about it. They're like, huh? Like, how are they hurting Kaido with their attacks? It's because they have Rio. This is what Rio does. It negates durability. And people way weaker than you, well, way weaker can hurt people way stronger than them using it. So my stance on it is that Luffy, his reaction speed is just like tiers above Naruto. And he also has future sight at the same time. So he, like, Naruto just actually can't hit him. He's the whole fight, Naruto's just going to get speed blitzed. And then Luffy has Rio, so he's just going to wear Naruto down over time and win. So that's my stance on it. All right. You said Kinemon is not 3rd division commander level, bro. Kinemon is not strong like that. Like, he's not fighting Jack. He's not even fighting Doflamingo. Like, Kinemon is probably, I'm gonna be honest, he's probably, Virgo was like fighting Smoker and Law at the same time. Kinemon's not beating, I don't think Kinemon's beating Virgo. I don't even know if Kinemon would beat Pika. Kinemon, like, if you put Kinemon in the Dressrosa tournament, he's not winning. Like that's how weak he is, bro. Like, if you took Kinemon and put him in those Dressrosa tournaments, he's not gonna be the champion like Luffy was going to be. Like, Kinemon is probably losing to Don Chinjiao. Like, if you put Kinemon in the Grand Fleet, he's not even the strongest member in the Grand Fleet. Kinemon, no joke, he might be like on par with Harjuden, the giant Harjuden. Like, I think Sai might beat him. You guys know Sai, the dude who had like the continent splitting kick, Don Chinjiao's grandson, who fought Lao Ji. I think Sai would beat Kinemon. Kinemon's weak, bro. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this debate up, though. Let's open the debate. So I'm gonna be heading over to the Discord, and we can just do this. I wanna do this just pure manga only manga, like nothing else. Like, I don't want to use statements from the author. I don't want to use data books. We can have a second debate where we do that, all right? But first, I want to just use manga. After we've done like manga only debates, then we can talk about data books, all right? Then I'll say, all right, now we can use data books. But I want to do it at least one debate where it's manga only, because, bro, like, honestly, try and have this debate online. Try it yourself. Like, if you try and have this debate like anywhere on the internet, first thing people do are open up data books. I'm like, bro, can we at least just do one where it's manga only? So that's what we're gonna do here, and then we can do data book next. All right. So the debate's open now. I'm gonna head over to the Discord link. So if anyone wants to debate me, disagrees with anything I've said, you know, this is your opportunity to just prove me wrong here. So, and if you prove me wrong, I'll just admit it, because I'll be honest, like, if the whole debate goes and like no one's able to prove me wrong, I'll mention some things that'll help the Naruto side. If no one can prove me wrong, I will mention some feats that can help the Naruto side. But I want to see if like any Naruto fans can do it. Okay, so I'm opening up the debate right now. Let's see. Is there anyone here? Oh, we got a ton of people here. Hold up. So I see a general chat and I see the debate. I'm hopping in the debate voice chat 1. All right. Wait, hold on. Before I hop in there, let me open up the chat on my other laptop too, so I can still see what people are saying as I do this. Give me 1 second. I'm just opening up the stream on my other laptop so I can still see the YouTube comments. Oh yeah, it's right here. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'm just opening the chat. Okay. All right, now I'm hopping in the Discord, okay?
So, I don't say anything. Hold up. Calm down a little. Some here now. We can't, guys.
What's up, you guys?
Hey, Lilo. How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
a little sad, honestly. I don't know if you heard about Charlie Kirk, but you know he passed away. Unfortunately, he was murdered essentially. So that's pretty depressing. Pretty Charlie Kirk, man.
Yeah, that was
wild.
that was very sad. But tonight we're just talking about manga. So
Yeah,
I want to.
yeah, Lilos, I also said that to give you a shout out, like most definitely, because like I just like really like I'm really starting to appreciate like your friendly debating sessions that you be having. Like I remember when I first joined up here, you was like, you know, like no getting mad at each other, just debate friendly, and if you can, like, you know, just leave. I really appreciate that now because it's like look what talk to debate brought us to, right? So yeah, I really appreciate you, man.
No worries, bro. It's just more fun this way. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to hear your guys' takes on it, using manga only, because yeah, we will.
Yes, sir.
I will open up the debate to like being everything in a bit, but I just out of genuine curiosity, I want to know, can the Naruto verse in the manga beat the One Piece, like beat One Piece? So
And I also have a question. Like, we're not including like movies or Boruto, right? We're not including that, right?
no, this is just like at this.
Boruto's canon.
Yeah, no, we're just for this debate. It's just Luffy versus Naruto from the Fourth Great Ninja War. Like that was what I did the poll on, and if you look at the poll, like I'll pull the poll up right now, and I can even read some of the comments. Like the poll, it was 68% of people said Naruto from the Fourth Great Ninja War would beat Luffy, and if I scroll through some of these comments, a lot of people are just saying like Naruto slams. So,
Right. King Shadow, do you mind if I go first? I was kind of waiting for this.
yeah, I'm seeing comments like,
I actually want to go last too because I won't realize to realize that you lost by you guys first. But yeah, you can go first.
well, yeah,
Okay.
I want to hear what you guys say. So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I think moveset, you kind of left out one critical move of Luffy's, of Naruto that he had. If you go to the moment where Pain attacks the village, do you remember when he's in Sage mode and he's fighting that one copy of Pain that is able to absorb chakra? Do you remember that he had to go hand to hand with him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's a moment similar to the purgatory mode of Madara when he was in the Great Ninja War, where the Pain copy, he avoided or deflected Naruto's attack. Do you remember what happened to him?
Are you talking about the like frog kumite where Naruto throws a punch and it hits you even if it doesn't connect?
I think we might need to go to the scan to see specifically what happened. But what happens is there's a force around his punch that acts like almost like a second punch. If you remember in the 1,000-Year Blood War on Bleach, there's that girl who's on Kenpachi's side who has that ability where her Shikai, you get hit after and before. Naruto's punch acts just like that. Not the before, but the after. There's an aftershock effect of the Sage mode kung fu that he learns and he uses on that thing.
Yeah, that's like that's the frog kumite where it's like it essentially like extends the range of his punch and it's invisible.
Right. So there's that put that move in there. That's one move because it's going to be very pivotal to what I'm about to say next. Is I don't really mind because what'll happen is Naruto in the Great Ninja War, specifically when he was fighting Sasuke, he's able to make that projection of Kurama around his body that acts as a shield per se, right? I don't think Luffy has the destructive capability to get through the barrier of Kurama and then get to Naruto. And I think the Ryo wouldn't be able to reach Naruto inside of the Kurama shield projection that he has. because the Kurama shield projection acts almost like the Susanoo that Sasuke projects. It's a super powerful barrier that I don't think Luffy has the ability to get through.
So
and I don't want to yap. So maybe we can talk about that part first.
doesn't Madara just like reach through it and like hit him directly?
That was only because he had some kind of special ability to get through it that I can argue that Luffy doesn't have.
I mean, like,
Luffy,
is there any scene? Is there?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Is there any panels where like someone tries to hit Naruto with a powerful attack and like the Kurama chakra just like disintegrates it? Just him standing there?
Well, the perfect scenario is the projection of Kurama that comes and extends from Naruto is able to block a fireball that's shot from a Sage of Six Paths Sasuke. He grabs the fireball, so that's in concept what I'm talking about, where he extends a piece of Kurama's projection to use it as a shield to block a fireball.
So, do you know what chapters these are? We can just look at that. Like, do you know what chapters the Naruto versus Sasuke Final Valley fight is? Because I want to.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
I want to see like what the limits of the Kurama avatar armor would be. Like, because I remember like Madara just like reaching in and just like pulling Naruto out.
So he's also like, so he just had an ability that allows him to do that, right? So at the beginning of the series, he actually knocks away 5 tail beast bombs, which have enough power to incinerate an entire mountain. So his tail beast cloak allows him to block a lot of attacks. You literally have to have some type of spatial ability to actually get through it.
Right.
Okay, that's a good point.
Thank you. But I think we should come up with scans. Because, like he said, we can't just be saying this. So, does anybody remember the actual chapter where the fireball thing happens with Sasuke and he shoots it at him when they were fighting? Because I remember.
Yeah, because I want to, like, I know that there are limits to the durability of the armor, because I remember Jigen, like, punches through an even stronger Kurama avatar. Because, like, in Boruto, Naruto has like both halves of Kurama.
Well, see, it's like that guy just said. I think there was people with specific abilities that allowed them to go into the area where Naruto is residing inside the avatar.
But with Jigen, it was
the chapter that you're looking for is actually between 694 through 699. If that helps you guys out, but yeah.
But no, I mean with Jigen, it was just like raw strength. Like basically, what I'm saying is the Kurama avatar isn't invincible, because we've seen people like punch through it.
Yeah, I just don't think Luffy can generate the damage needed in order to get through it.
I just want to find out. I just want to find out what the limits are to like how strong the actual armor itself is, because that's a debate. Well, here's the thing. Like, that's a debatable thing on its own, because like then we'd have to start scaling like how strong are One Piece attacks, and there's a lot of like different crazy ways you could scale One Piece strength. Like
well, we just need to look at Luffy's. When do you see Luffy? Okay, so let's go with Luffy's strongest attack. What is Luffy's strongest attack?
Well, so let me tell you like this. I don't even know if he'd need his strongest one. Here's a couple reasons why. So like, and I'm trying to get a ceiling.
I'm trying to get a ceiling from you. I just need his strongest, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, let me explain it to you like this. So, we see that Don Xingjiao is stated to be able to split the ice continent with his head, and then his grandson Sai, like overpowers that technique with like a casual, with his like ice continent splitting kick, and then Luffy one shot Sai like a fodder character.
Right, and I would argue this. Okay, so if you're saying is that his strongest moment,
No.
I'm looking for the strongest so I can get the ceiling of power here.
So okay, here's the thing. If you're highballing One Piece, it gets kind of ridiculous. So that's why I don't really want to use the strongest stuff. Like if you highball it, it just sounds kind of silly because it goes like Whitebeard stated to be planetary. And then you could argue that Luffy's stronger than Whitebeard is now. So you could start arguing he's like planetary AP. But I don't really like using that. I think well, I would say this. Another thing is we see Garp say that he pulverized like multiple mountains into dust to warm up to like clash with Don Ching Chao's like ice splitting attack. So like that's multi-mountain level, and Luffy's like overpowering that pretty casually, even in Dressrosa. We also see there's this scene in Fishman Island where the Noah is going to crush the country of Fishman Island, and Luffy is pummeling the Noah into dust using Gear 3. We know that the weakest Gear 4 attack is stronger than the strongest Gear 3 attack. He gets stronger each arc. So it's like, if I'm going to be honest with you, I think an accurate answer for how strong like gear, it gets hard to scale like raw strength. It's a lot less concrete than speed is. But like, if you're highballing Luffy, he's planetary. I don't think that's a good fair thing. If you're like given like a more medium ball, I'd say like maybe multi-island.
Okay, because with my argument, I in this situation, speedsters doesn't matter because Kurama in Sage mode, Naruto, Kurama mode has area of effect attacks that I don't care how fast you are. If you're close enough and he detonates one of them, it's a wrap. So if I know my strongest attack with this version of Naruto, and it's the moment where he's fighting Sasuke and he has fused together 4 other copies of Kurama, which gives him access to like 8 or 6 arms, I forget exactly, who with those different arms form 2 different elementized Sage mode Sharingans that are pretty much also fused with the power of Bijou bombs, that if Luffy is in the vicinity of and gets hit with one of them, his whole network of his power system, because if you remember the effects of Naruto's Sharingan, it actually destroys people's chakra networks, is how that works. I think it would obliterate Luffy's system of how he regulates his haki or whatever. So I'm concentrating on durability. So you have to be able to get through Kurama avatar mode, and then if you even get close into vicinity of the detonation of any of my area of effect attacks, I don't think he's surviving that either. That's my argument.
So those are good arguments. Like I said, I think that Naruto's like strength feats are more impressive looking, but I honestly don't think they're like massively different in terms of like actual attack potency. I don't think they're massively different. Like I'm looking at this fight between Naruto and Sasuke. This is where they're doing like their craziest stuff, and like at most it looks like an island level attack. Like it doesn't even destroy the entire final valley.
Pedro, let me know when you want me to intervene at any point in time, by the way. But continue.
But yeah,
I want to give it. I only want to give it like 3 more minutes because I don't want to hog the mic. I just want to say this. I gave you my strongest Naruto attack. I think it is fair to say I need your strongest Luffy attack.
Well, oh yeah. I mean, the strongest shown attack Luffy did was the Bajran gun that overpowered Kaido's strongest technique, and like that's the kind of thing that you can say to put Luffy above Whitebeard. Like he just actually overpowered Kaido's strongest technique, and he's gotten stronger like since that arc ended.
Right.
So. Yeah, and Whitebeard was stated to be planetary, so like with stuff like that, you could say Luffy is also planetary. But like I considered that the highball for One Piece. I think honestly, Like, the lowest I could lowball Luffy is to say that he's island level using Gear 5, but the reason that's a lowball is because, like, it was stated Luffy would destroy Fishman Island, like, back in Fishman Island. We saw him counter the Noah. The Noah was going to crush, like, the country of Fishman Island into dust. Luffy was turning it into rubble with just Gear 3, and then we know Gear 4 is a lot stronger than that. We saw him laughing as he, like, blew Pika's, like, upper half off, and Pika's fist was stated to be the size of a city. We see like there's a Luffy does a lot of like mountain level stuff early pre-time skip just using like singular Gear 3 attacks. He can spam Gear 3 with Elephant Gatling, and then Gear 4, like one Gear 4 punch should be stronger than what Elephant Gatling is.
Right.
And then like
all I'm saying is that all I'm saying is this, because those are valid points. It will come down to this. It will be tactics, because Naruto has proven himself to be able to implement tactics within fights. And I'm not saying Luffy hasn't either. But I truly do think it will come down to is, do you think that when Luffy is using his strongest attack, that he has the speed that you're talking about? That's point one. Point two, Luffy's ultimate attack is connected to his body, meaning he has to go in with his body to get that attack off. Whereas my guy, Naruto, throws those two bombs, that ultimate attack. And therefore, once Luffy, in the clash of the moment, trying to get to Luffy to make his ultimate attack go, has to deal with the brunt of the force of the destruction of my guy's ultimate attack. And I don't think what'll happen is this. I think it will crush him before he even gets to Naruto.
I mean, that's a
And
good...
even
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. No. I think that's my final point, and then I want to give over the mic because I don't want to take over all night.
No, yeah, I mean,
Respect the stream.
those are good points. I mean, I would just say, like, for one, I think Luffy would just dodge them because he scales, like, massively higher in speed and can see the future. But, like, even if he doesn't dodge them, worst case scenario, like, let's say Naruto goes into his QB mode and Luffy's, like, trying to clash with it. If he goes Gear 5, he might be able to just turn them into rubber and, like, bounce them back. The same way he did with the Boro breath that Kaido shot like a fire blast at him, like, and he just turned it into rubber and flinged it back.
But how do you know that there's not just a clone? I mean, see, this is the thing. Naruto's a ninja. Say you're fighting my ultimate form Naruto, and then for some reason out of nowhere he actually does get through the ultimate attack and then get to Naruto. It could just be a clone, and just like during the fight with Sasuke, if you remember it perfectly, Kurama was off somewhere gathering more Sage Mode chakra and said to Naruto, who was fighting Sasuke at the time, "It's ready." Boom, and then they went into ultimate form mode. And it could just keep cycling like that again and again and again, because we have clones that we could just put everywhere while we're sending other clones to fight Luffy the entire time. And if you remember, Naruto, he can make an actual army of clones the size equal to that of the Ninja War. He can make that many clones, and it could just be going like that on and on and on. Luffy would have to go through another Kaido marathon, and I don't think he can handle it with the power set that Naruto has.
So those are good points. I mean, the first thing I would say, though, is doesn't it take time to charge up nature energy? Like, it's not something he does instantly. It takes time, right? So, like...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We are, like, when Naruto was fighting Pain, he had 5 clones sitting back in the Frog Village, and they were constantly doing that. So I'm saying this. The fight could start, and automatically I'm sending 50 clones, and I'm saying, go hide in the, like, 100 miles away, gather chakra. That's your job. That's all you do.
Does he have a limit to, like, how many he can do that with? Because, like...
No, he does not, actually.
No, he actually does have a limit. I'm interviewing real quick. He does have a limit. There's 2. that he can only do. We've seen that in Boruto as well. But continue.
No. Well, hold up. I would actually combat that because you just said 2. In the Frog Village, he had 3.
Well, there may have just been 3. I apologize, but like what I will say in your defense is like once one clone run out, they can just always create another. Like clones can make themselves as well. So that's what I will like say in your defense.
Okay. So like you're saying he just always has Sage mode?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Especially if we're talking about the Sage of 6 Path Naruto, that form is never running out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, those are all good points. So it's like Naruto basically has infinite Sage mode, as long as he has like clones that he keeps like recycling out. I think that's actually a very strong point for Naruto winning. But it's like, can he heal himself with Sage mode?
That's
With the 9-push chakra alone, he doesn't even need Sage mode. My bad. Finish off the my bad.
Yeah,
no.
I know he can
actually hand it off. I said I only had 3 minutes left, so I'm gonna hand it off.
No,
I'll stop right now. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, yeah, I think that's probably like the best possible argument for Naruto winning is like just keep doing that with the Sage mode clones, like keep creating those. Is there any limitation to that? Because like I'm looking at the Naruto versus Sasuke fight and I'm thinking like why didn't he just do that here? Like he's damaged fighting Sasuke. Why doesn't he just like heal back up to full HP right here? And like
it's the same. You can ask the same thing about Sasuke. Like why doesn't he just like continue using all the other tail beasts to heal himself up? Right? They just want to fight. Yeah.
It's the Hunter x Hunter, that dude who has that room space all over again. He was the strongest character. He could have killed Meruem, but it was plot that nerfed him because he got scared of somebody's end and got crippled.
Before I go, do you want to go up or like do you guys just want me to?
You can go before me. I'm still compiling some evidence.
Yeah, I'm thinking is what you guys are saying. If what you guys are saying is accurate, I think that's a good argument for Naruto winning because basically what you guys are saying is like if Naruto creates shadow clones that sit back like way away from him and just constantly charge Sage mode, like let's say we said that the limit was 3, so he has like 3 rounds of Sage mode. And are you saying like the last one there would just make more clones and then he can just do that forever?
Yeah, I don't know like that sounds like a almost even match debate. Like no, I want to like slaughter you when it comes down to this. Let's just say that Luffy's able to use Conqueror Haki so effectively and his clones have like no mental capacity to fight against it and his Conqueror is able to like destroy those clones. Let's just say that. Let's give Luffy the benefit of the doubt because isn't it possible that the clones like don't like they lack the mental fatigue to fight against Conqueror's Haki?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
They were fighting Kages. What are you talking about?
I wouldn't say that Luffy can do that to them because Naruto's like very strong-willed. But I
guess
like the things I'm thinking to myself is like why didn't that actually happen in the actual story though? Because like
it happened in Boruto, it's very evident. And it also happened with Pain as well.
Well, no, didn't he only?
I think that would make Naruto too OP.
No,
so
I mean,
you just say Naruto only gets 3 clones because he wins without it. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a low diff for Naruto.
No, like, but before we go into that point, I want to talk about that. Like, actually, in story, why did that not happen? Because he didn't do that against Pain. Like, he didn't just say, "Oh, I have unlimited clones to just keep charging Sage mode against Pain." Was there actually some kind of condition involved where he can't do that that we're forgetting?
Yeah, I can explain Lilos real quick before y'all continue. So basically what happens, Lilos, is when he does absorb chakra, if you absorb too much nature chakra, you actually turn into a frog. Even though he has mastered it to a certain point, if he absorbs too much, then he just instantly turns into a frog forever, period. There's nothing you can do about it. That's why he doesn't use more clones than like 2 or 3.
Okay, so yeah, you see, there are some limitations to it. But like, the question I have, like, the strategy you guys said is like, let's say he has 3 clones. Now he's down to his last clone. That clone's like, oh, I'm the last one here, and then it just makes 2 more. Like, why did that not happen in the Pain fight?
So the reason that didn't happen in the pain fight with his clones is because he literally just learned how to do it, right? He just learned, like, later in the series, like, you'll even see in the war that he'll make multiple clones. Like, he doesn't have to do it in the war. Like, so if you want me to be blatantly honest, like, I wouldn't even go with that point, but I'm gonna still try to argue it anyways. He can just make extra clones, right? But when he was in the pain arc, right, he literally just learned how to use his stuff. He didn't even know how to use it properly to his full capabilities, so he probably didn't even think to make even more clones to begin with in the first place.
But
Plus,
wasn't he already a
I think
perfect
in the pain
sage?
arc, he had to focus more on controlling, absorbing it at the time period. Because again, remember, he just learned.
He was
sorry,
already a perfect sage though.
Well, yeah, you can. So he can be a perfect sage, right? But there's levels to learning how to do this. For example, he can still absorb too much chakra, even though he's a perfect sage. Him being a perfect sage is him balancing his chakra and his nature energy together. That's what makes him a perfect sage. That doesn't mean at some point he can pull in too much curse. That doesn't mean he won't pull in too much nature energy if his clones lose focus.
I mean, I think
Name a single moment during the Ninja War where he was in Sage mode. Go.
where he was not in sage mode.
Yeah,
Correct.
at the start of the series, he didn't use Sage mode for the most part, and then he ended up later on. I think when he got in his QB cloak, his second QB cloak, I think it was when he started using Sage mode. But that's only because he had to figure out that he could stack Sage mode on top of his QB cloak, which is already ridiculous to begin with.
And then also when Nine Toes ran out of chakra, right? And he only had Sage mode. Sage mode also ran out as well, so he was just fighting in his base for a time period as well. So yeah, there was also that.
Okay. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it sounds like the thing I'm hearing, right? Like with your strategy, it sounds like he'll never run out of sage mode, so that's good. But that doesn't really change the fact that he's still getting speed blitzed, and like everything Luffy does, like negates durability. So
You do not want to be lazy on this.
That is the key. But that was the Kyuubi armor. Remember I said, does Luffy have an attack that can get through the Kyuubi armor?
yeah, I'm trying to find out.
Does Luffy even last 20 minutes fighting against Naruto with his Gear 5 fatigue?
No.
Right, like okay, but like let's.
What he needs.
I want people to go because I just know I'm gonna make some really good points.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, I would put it like this: if he's not in the QB cloak, I don't think he even like the Kurama avatar. If he's not in the Kurama avatar, I don't see Luffy needing Gear 5 at all.
No, Luffy just does Gear 5 off. He does that to every opponent, right? He does that against what was his name? Lucy, I believe, the person who can turn into Ashita. And then he does that against in Elbaf, he did it against a low tier enemy. And he just one shot the low tier enemy.
Yeah, he does do that for fun. He does do that for fun. But like against Kizaru,
even when he's serious, he does that, right? Like as soon as he went back to the fight with Kaido, he just turned into Gear 5 again, right? Like he just does that. That's the thing. And I'm assuming Naruto would do the same thing, but he just doesn't just go head first into KCM2, right? Or Sage of Six Path Naruto. Like he builds up as well. So the same thing for Luffy, but it's in character to go Gear 5. But go ahead.
Yeah, against when he's just having okay. So yes, in story, yeah, he does go into Gear 5 basically for fun. Like he's just kind of a trolly guy. He just uses Gear 5 a lot, just for the fun of it. But he didn't do that against Kizaru though. Like he did start out in base form against Kizaru, then went Gear 4, and then when he was pushed to it, that's when he used Gear 5. So essentially,
right,
it's
did absolutely nothing to Kizaru. Do you think Kizaru beats Naruto? Is that what you're suggesting?
Honestly, I could make that argument, yeah, but that's a different debate altogether. But
okay, so it's the fact that you have to consider it, right? You have to think about does Kizaru actually beat Naruto? Are they equivalent to each other in any sort of matter? Because if that's the case, then Luffy would automatically have to go Gear 5, and once he's fatigued, once he's out of breath, because Naruto can go Stage of Six Path for 3 days. Well, as far as we know.
Wait, hold on.
If not, probably even longer, because he fought multiple enemies in the war versus one Luffy, right? And then also after the war, he even fought Sasuke, a tier comparable to himself, for a long period of time. So with that being said, do you really think Luffy has more stamina than Naruto in this sense?
Well, hold on a second. So the first thing you were saying, comparing Luffy to Naruto, that's a completely different debate in and of itself. I could just make the argument that Kizaru's so much faster than so much faster than Naruto that Naruto cannot see him. He's getting blitzed the entire time and just loses before he can do any ability. I could make that
You
argument.
caught my interest. What's the big, Lilo?
No.
So
That's a completely different thing. So like, we should just leave that to the side because I want this to just be like Naruto versus Luffy. But the other point you made was a good point. You were saying like he fought the entire war arc and then fought Sasuke at the end, so he has immense stamina. Wasn't like Naruto getting stronger throughout the arc though? Like his QB cloak was like improving.
In the beginning, and then he ended up with Sage of Six Paths.
Yeah, so he was getting like power-ups throughout the arc. It wasn't like all 100% just his raw stamina. Like he got the Sage of Six.
But then it was because previously he had to get healed, right? He even died at one point in time, was brought back through the Sage of Six Paths, but he had to get healed by Sakura at one point when he had dislocated his arm. He was unable to fight, and then instead of like getting the full treatment, he decided like, no, I'm going back out there and fighting. And mind you, he fought previously as well.
Well,
right?
what I'm saying is like you can't just skip past the Sage of Six Paths. That was a huge power up. I remember that power up was like probably the most significant one he got because he scales above like 8 Gates Madara. 8 Gates Guy with it. Like he started like boxing. He started boxing like this evolved version of Madara with that form. But like Madara was able to kill 8 Gates Guy like multiple times over with that form.
Here's the thing, right?
So I mean that's a huge
well.
power up, a huge power. Like you can't just skip over that.
Yeah, I'm not like you can like acknowledge that. I'm acknowledging it as well. You also have to acknowledge the fact that Madara got a huge power up as well by Kaguya, Infinite Tsukiyomi. No one else is fighting Kaguya besides Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. Right, and then you also have the fact that you're fighting on her playing field because she's able to just switch dimensions anytime she wants, which is also like an incredible feat to do. And then after like sealing essentially a god, right, they're having to fight each other, and they're on equal footing here. And then even after running out of like Sage of Six Pack Chakra, they're still going on. Like, mind you, when Luffy runs out of Gear 5, he's just out of the game completely. Like he's exhausted. When Naruto runs out of Sage of Six Paths, he can still go. So like, what do you think about that?
Well, I think Sage of Six Paths just became like part of him. Like, it seemed like it just amped all of his stats. And just made like
his base pony's still pretty strong, right?
Yeah, it just like made him another level of a fighter. But like without that power up, he was just like actually dead.
Right. Let me debunk a couple of the things that you had said about Naruto and the speed feats. So like even acknowledging.
Wait, one second though, King Shadow, because I mean, one of the arguments you guys were making, like I think the actual best argument is his QB mode. Like if he goes into like the Avatar QB state, because like then it becomes a debate of like, can Luffy bypass Kurama's like raw armor? I would argue that he can, but like that is, what's that?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So here's the issue, right? If we're talking about a Sage of Six Paths Naruto, he's not damaging him in base. Naruto, when he first got to the war, knocked away 5 tail beast bombs, which obliterated 5 mounts. That is crazy levels of power for him. And he did that with 1 tail, right? And say his first form, right? That's
like Fishman Island Gear 3 Luffy level stuff.
No, so real quick. I also want to mention the fact that I also want to mention the fact that Madara, even when his like EMS form, when he first got reincarnated and fought the 5 Kage, just by unsheathing his sword from his Susanoo, he destroyed mountains as well.
But like what I think you guys aren't getting though is like destroying mountains is not a big deal in One Piece.
Okay.
I didn't get to finish the rest of my stuff that I was saying.
Right? Go ahead.
That was a casual feat that he did without his QB cloak. He only used the QB tail, right? He didn't even transform at that point in time, right? Later on in the series, right, and we know that the 10 tails, right, has also been stated to be able to destroy multiple continents, right? We know the 10 tails is on that.
Wait. When was the 10 tails stated to destroy continents?
Yeah. He literally scales like, I think like the 9 tails scales like a couple times higher than what's it called? He's stronger than every single tail beast every single tail beast put all together, because actually what happened is they shot at 5 tail beast bombs at him, or all the tail beast shot tail beast bombs, or 5 of them shot tail beast bombs at him. Each tail beast bomb is enough to destroy a mountain, so you can easily scale up all those tail beasts to be the same bomb that Kurama blocked, right? Which is 100,000 megatons of force. Look up how much force it would take to destroy a country, and you can scale up that to a stupid degree. Right.
And then not only that, when he transformed into his avatar state, he actually threw a BG bomb compared to those 5 BG bombs that were thrown at him, and he like matched those 5 with his one. Easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And
So,
that's the avatar state that just happened. Like Kurama even said, he was like, "Hey, this is weakened because we just did this. Like we can only do this for 20 minutes because it's our first time doing it." So their first time,
like crazy version of Naruto.
So like just
like okay, like Lilo's.
But-
I want to see what you're gonna say about this though. Remember the Ten Tails, right? The Ten Tails that destroyed the Leaf Village through one attack.
wait, the Ten Tails destroyed the Leaf Village in OG Naruto during the war.
No, in Shippuden, in the Great War.
In the Great.
Shikamaru's dad had died.
Okay, yeah, he destroyed the village.
Yeah, with one attack, and like that was so like first, the whole entire Shinobi Alliance would have died had it not been for Minato teleporting that Bijou bomb away that just destroyed the Leaf Village. By the way, I want you to like picture it like this: God Valley, right? All these strong players, Roger, Guard, Davy Dizabek, right? Now that we know his real name. Imagine if that Bijou bomb struck at like God Valley. Do you think God Valley would be there if it did? Do you think everybody would survive?
I mean, honestly, a combined attack from all those guys is probably just destroying the attack.
Okay, a combined attack, right? That's
I mean, honestly,
it's not even comparable to like a combined attack of Roger, Guard, and Davy Dizabek. And mind you, have Garling as well.
Well, hold on a second.
There's like 2 of those.
Hold on.
Right?
So
what is?
hold on a second. So this is like an island level attack, right? Basically.
No, because here's what you're forgetting, right? The Ten Tails.
Like how big is the village anyway?
Because it had 3 forms, I believe. But when it first formed, Naruto entered stage mode, and then they suggested that Naruto shouldn't do that because he'll like feel less confident defeating it. But Naruto said, and even like everyone else had said, like that was like measuring like the chakra going around. They were like, the Ten Tails alone has enough chakra to be comparable to a microplanet compared to the Earth, and that's just his first form.
Okay, so just a couple things, man. Like, here's the thing. Like, the feat might look cool, but that doesn't mean that it's like actually that impressive, because you're talking about it like destroyed the Leaf Village, right? Weak characters in One Piece are like destroying entire countries. Like, we have Doflamingo with his birdcage, like destroyed the country of Dressrosa passively, like while he fought Luffy and Law at the same time. And Doflamingo was fodder compared to people like Roger or Whitebeard. So it's like,
you say that, but even an admiral couldn't stop it.
Hold on.
He just chose not to intervene.
You said what?
He like Fujitora was just like letting things play out.
What does he gain from doing that?
Because Doflamingo,
he wanted to get rid of the warlord, so he was like kind of like, oh, okay, so if this happened and shit, then
well, yeah, there was like a lot of dialogue about it. Like Fujitora was like betting on the Straw Hats, basically.
And then here's the thing that you're forgetting. Like the birdcage, it took time, right? So there's a lot of time and effort. And to give you the benefit of the doubt, Pain did the same feat, but then also that took a lot of chakra and time. The Ten Tails just casually, and that wasn't his first country, by the way. Like the first country it destroyed. It destroyed like multiple others. It just missed. What I'm saying here is it just like.
But is the Leaf Village even like the size of an actual country though? Is it like a?
This isn't even anything to brag about, right?
I mean, hold on a second, because like we see Pika, Pika's hand alone is stated to be the size of a town, and Luffy in Gear 3 like blows the entire upper half of Pika like to rubble while laughing at him. And this is in Dressrosa before Luffy has Advanced Conqueror's Haki. It's like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I could make an argument that like just Gear 3 Dressrosa Luffy is like comparable to these feats you're hyping up so much.
Here's what you're forgetting, right?
Is that a high ball or not?
You just completely like ignored the fact that I told you that Naruto himself, and so did the rest of the Shinobi Alliance, said the 10-tail chakra, like at its first form, was comparable to a micro's form. So it's not even at its peak form.
Wait, comparable to a micro Earth?
Micro Earth.
Wait.
A micro planet compared to the Earth.
Wait, what is comparable to a planet?
And that's not to include the amount of chakra you're able to like disperse out of your body. As in like, let's say like your chakra is comparable to a continent, right? But you're able to like destroy a mountain easily once you disperse that chakra, if you get what that means.
Well, I'm just gonna be honest about it. Like when it comes to comparing attack potency feats and stuff, it gets a lot more convoluted, right? It just genuinely does.
What do you mean by that?
Because it just does, man. It's like attack power and attack potency. It's harder to scale than just like raw reaction feats are. Because
this is the problem. I kind of want to bring you back to this point here. How does Luffy get through Avatar Kurama?
Yeah, so we just need to we need to see what the limits of the defense are, because I mean I know that Jigen just punches through it. So I could just make an argument that
who's Jigen? Is Jigen from Boruto?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought we were referencing Boruto.
Well,
right.
Yeah, no. The reason I'm saying that is because that's a stronger Naruto, like magnitude stronger, and he just gets punched out of it. So I could make the argument. I could just make the argument that if you're just fast enough, you can just punch through it.
And then
so that's what I thought I already dealt with that. The problem with that was that Jigen has spatial time abilities. Remember, he's the guy that teleports needles or poles right in front of your face at like Godspeed or whatever.
But was that even due?
Stop. No. I need to hear him. Are you saying that Lin can just reach through Kurama?
Well, actually, we can go to the feat because let's see. Like, was he actually using like shrinking himself when he did that? Do you guys know what chat?
Why don't you do it this way? Why don't you just look at the fight between him and Sasuke, and when Sasuke is in Susanoo mode, is he punching with his physical hand the Kurama avatar, or is his hand phasing through and hitting Naruto's physical body?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, stop. Don't add anything yet, King Shot. Let's just go one point at a time.
No, yeah,
we need to see if Luffy's hand can just reach through Avatar Kurama. I want to know that.
Hold on. So the answer to that, like, they're clashing with each other, right? But that's because they're relative in stats. What I'm saying is, if you're just massively faster, maybe you can just like blitz him off guard. Hold on.
So are you saying? So hold up, stop. So are you saying that Luffy's hand is just going to, because of speed, reach through Kurama Avatar state and go to the main body of Naruto?
Maybe. I want to look at the Naruto versus Jigen fight. I'm trying to find the chapter. I'm looking it up.
Real quick. We're talking about Sage mode Naruto from the war, so we don't need to look at Jigen because that is we're talking about Sage mode Naruto that was in the war. So we base off of that Naruto, not the older.
It would still apply though, because
also one thing that I would like to
no, don't add anything yet. Don't add anything yet. We need to figure this point out. We need to start going one point at a time. Because I rejected on its face that Luffy's hand is just going to reach through Avatar State Kurama. I need to figure out how this is working. You're going to add something else and go on to something. Don't add anything.
Listen, he said he wants his scaling from Naruto, right? But we actually see the Naruto Kurama state being destroyed at one point in time. So I want him to find something that's like relative to that Luffy can do. So during the class,
we can do that later. We need to figure out right now, how does the hand of Luffy go through Kurama Avatar state to the main body of Naruto? I want to figure this out.
Okay, bro. I'm gonna let you have the room for a bit, you know? But all right. But
we need to go one point at a time on this.
So hold on. I'm looking at this scene. You can just punch through it.
Okay, so now the Avatar state of Kurama is not actually a barrier. It's just a projection, right?
Well, no, I mean it has some form. It has some like level of durability, but you can just straight punch through it.
If Luffy is sitting right in front of it, say they're not even fighting, and he just has the form up, can Luffy just reach his hand through the form? Yes or no?
Well, like, can you see the stream right now?
Yes.
I just say Luffy would do the exact same thing Jigen did right here. Just do the same thing.
Okay. So yes, his hand. I need a clear yes or no. Can he just reach his hand through the form? If they're not fighting, he's just like, hey, Luffy, this is my form, and then he's like, oh, cool. What does that do? And he touches it. Does his finger just go straight through it?
Well, no, I don't think that's really relevant. I'm saying like Luffy is able to do what Jigen's doing here. He would just like because
how is that not relevant? Yeah, we're talking about whether I need to figure out piece by piece if it's a barrier or just a projection.
No, I think
if you're saying that no, you can't just reach your hand through the form. You have to have some level of force behind your hand to get through it, and we can start a conversation. Which one is it?
I mean, I think yes. I mean, you guys are the Naruto fans, right? You should be telling me that.
Yeah. Okay, then I would tell you straight up, no, it makes no sense that he can just reach his hand through a barrier.
I'm not saying he can just reach his hand through it.
He can have spatial abilities, so Luffy does have those abilities.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
That's not what's happening.
So Jigen's not using spatial abilities here. He's just sprinting
using physical strength.
Yeah, he's just
using physical strength.
He's just sprinting and like hitting Naruto through
it. You can't say that because Jigen inherently, like every other character, like when Toby has spatial abilities.
Hold on a second. Just
pause for a second. You don't know what's going on. You don't know when it's happening.
Pause for a second, bro. I would just make the argument that if you can speed blitz Naruto, you can break through this.
Okay, cool. Wait, hold on. Right, now I get to add a little bit to the mix. So, first, if you were to like actually like use that, which you can because you stated your own rules previously, if you were to actually use that, then you will consider it just for like a weaker Naruto, by the way, who was able to block with one hand in his base form, right? An attack that could split the moon in half, and that's not manga canon, but it is canon by the author himself, right? Because Planetary, he's even in Boruto. Like, so what would you think about that if I were like to mention something of that nature?
Well, look, like, essentially, the reason I'm bringing this up is because you guys are like kind of referring to the Kurama cloak as if it's like this invincible armor, but like I was just looking.
Yeah, that's my argument.
I was just looking for a feat where it gets bypassed, and it's like I found one right from a stronger Kurama. This isn't just like a Naruto who's like sitting and eating.
So here's my thing. But I was gonna mention it earlier about Naruto versus Sasuke. So you know, the Susanoo itself is actually like known for its defenses, especially the purple Susanoo. It's supposed to be like one of the most durable things in Naruto. Can we like all agree to that?
Wait, hold on a second, King Shadow. Nick said if you're fast enough, you can just punch through. Like speed as AP is insane. Well, Kizaru does have a line of dialogue where he says acceleration is power. That's like actually part of the manga. But yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, so can we agree that the perfect Susanoo is one of the most durable things in Naruto Shippuden, if not the most durable thing?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty like this is where it gets like tricky, right? Like essentially I want to see like what the limits of the Kurama mode are.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you it right now. So basically, right, when Naruto and Sasuke did their strongest attack and they were falling apart, their Naruto Kurama state and Sasuke Susanoo, it was just starting to fade as if like it's been destroyed. And Sasuke verbatim said like, this is my strongest attack, period. And he gathered the tail beast in order to perform it. And from what we've seen in the story thus far, that was Naruto's strongest attack as well. So it took like Naruto and Sasuke's strongest attack to destroy like their avatar state, right? And then we have Luffy, and because you said like you can compare Luffy Gear 3 or Gear 4 to Naruto, but we have Luffy in Gear 4, not Gear 4, but Gear 3 using his strongest attack that knocked back Kaido, used upon a gore state that didn't even affect it. It actually hurt Luffy. But do you think Naruto would struggle against that gore state? I'm sorry.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, here you go. Right, but yeah. So
I mean, well, like the thing is, King Shadow,
by the way, which is one of the most durable characters that didn't even affect the gore state. It hurt Luffy more. And you're just saying like Luffy has the ability to just do that to Naruto. And mind you, with the future sight thing, because one of your biggest points was like future sight is speed. Future sight is speed, right? Sasuke has future sight, which is like the base.
No, Sasuke has like slight precognition, but he's not really seeing the future.
It gets more advanced through the more times you advance your Sharingan. And mind you, he has even the Rinnegan, right? The Rinnegan plus the EMS.
Well, hold on a second. I'm pretty sure like even 3 Tomoe Sharingan is just more relative to like base observation haki. Like I don't think it's ever stated that they're actually seeing like multiple seconds into the future.
This is false. Even in Naruto Part 1, as soon as he gained like the 3 Tomoe, and mind you, he just gained it. So when you just gain a power, you're not like as adept as like you would be when you're like constantly using it. So when he just gained that, he was like, oh, I can see all your attacks now. I can see it now. Like he can visualize what Naruto is gonna do before he does it. And
yes, but like do it.
OG Naruto as well.
I know what scene you're talking about. Yes, 3 Tomoe Sharingan lets him like use precognition. But it's like that's not precognition is not the same thing as seeing multiple seconds into the future.
Tell me this: does your Sharingan get stronger by the more times you develop it?
Isn't 3 Tomoe like the pinnacle of what base Sharingan does?
No. There's also MS and EMS, which also develop your Sharingan and grant you new abilities as well.
I mean, is there like has it ever been stated that Mangekyo Sharingan lets you see into the future?
Yeah, there's even like been a time where like this is also headcanon, like it's theorized that Madara's MMS ability was to see into the future.
No. That's not talk about canon because he can just argue that. Lilos, there's a chapter early in the series, right? When he first unlocks his 3 Tomoe Sharingan and he's fighting. I think it happens in chapter like 56 or something like that, or 57 in Naruto. Is way earlier in Naruto, right? You see him seeing multiple Narutos, right? Attacking, like he's actually seeing attacks that this thing is perceiving before he even does it.
Wait, hold on a second. Yo, Nick, I see you in the comments like you really dislike a lot of stuff being said. Join the debate, bro. Like this is a common thing I see that happens in debates. It's like people will say a lot of stuff from the comments, but it's like literally, bro, this is an open debate. You can just hop in and speak. Like if you really disagree with me, just hop in. But here's the thing, guys. Like the reason I brought up this whole feat with the QB cloak being like bypassed by Jigen is because this is a stronger Naruto. He has both halves of Kurama now, and he might have been training like in between the time of like when he was a teenager to an adult. Like this seems like this is by far the strongest Naruto, and there's other things that back that up by them saying stuff like they think that they'd be able to handle Kaguya now, right? And this
wrong. The strongest Naruto is Barrio mode Naruto, which absolutely destroyed Ishiki, which is stronger than Jigen. So what do you have to say about that?
Well, that's not. Let me finish the point before you interject. What I'm saying is, this is showing like that the QB cloak can be bypassed. Like it's not this invincible shield. It can be bypassed with like raw strength and speed. I'd make an argument that like if you can just speed blitz Naruto, you can get through this. Like maybe it's something where it's like the QB cloak is at its strongest when Naruto's attacking and doing counterattacks, but if it's like taken off guard, its defense is a little lower. Maybe it's something like that. But honestly, it's like the argument of like how strong do you need to be to bypass it? It's kind of interesting. I want to go and see, like, does anyone know the chapter where Madara like rips Naruto out of it? Does anyone know that chapter?
Can I say something real quick?
Oh yeah.
If I remember correctly, like Madara, like all the Tsutsukis, they had just like the innate ability to like ignore that kind of stuff. I think, if I remember correctly, like absorb chakra and all that. Like
they have the karma that they also do. So.
1 second. Nick said I'm not in your Discord, fam. It's like, Nick, well, like the purpose of it is to have debates, right? So it's like if you really want to have a debate and really disagree with the stuff I'm saying, like it's just open, you know. You can just join.
But like my biggest issue with your claim is the fact that you're just saying that Luffy is just faster than Naruto. I'm like, where did you get that from?
Well, wait, did you not see the entire beginning part of the stream? Like,
yeah, no, I listened to all of it, and I completely disagree with it. And I can like show you where you made like huge errors at, by the way.
So okay, like yeah, I'm willing to hear that too. Like, how is, I mean, we saw Luffy was dodging light like pre-time skip and got 100 times stronger, right? How does Naruto scale to that at all when like the only real light speed feat Naruto ever performed was dodging the light fang? Like Naruto at like in the manga only might just be like 2 times the speed of light. Do you have anything like that debunks that?
Yeah, 100%. So first, right, Kage, you agree that he may be even faster than light, and he is light speed, right?
No.
Yeah, anyway, Kage, right? You said it in your stream.
No. I said he might be he's probably faster than lightning. The difference between lightning and light is like 2,000 times.
Do you think he's the speed of light, though?
Not really, no.
Do you think he's relative to it?
Not really. I mean, what would like back that up?
Where would you? Okay, so here, hold on.
I was saying like if I'm being nice to the Raikage, I'd put him.
In the manga that suggests that he is. So what do you want me to do here? Do you want me to find like data books, or do you want me to find like?
No, use manga only.
Okay.
I just want to. I'm about to just go the route where I just say Naruto summons some water and freaking nerfs Luffy into the ground because of his devil fruit.
Do that.
Wait, when is Naruto ever? Hold on. When is?
Real quick. So we can't do that because we have to prove that Naruto's as fast as Luffy. We just can't say that he's faster. You actually have to prove that. There's only a couple ways to prove that.
I'm saying he's just gonna dive into the ocean and say, "Come get me." And then I'll just send clones after him all the day long, and then until he comes underwater with me.
I mean,
copy Naruto.
Hold on a second.
I'm gonna prove this speed thing. Hold on. It's really easy.
Hold on a second. Wait. Hold on. One second. If we're using arguments like that, then Usopp's stronger than Luffy too, and that's just kind of silly.
It just doesn't. Yeah. So instead of doing that, right? The main things that you can prove that maybe he's light speed or even crazier than light speed, right, is Raikage using teleportation, which is quantum tunneling.
We're now saying that the Kurama avatar form can just be read through.
Hold on, wait. Everyone calm down for a bit. Pedro, you are out of your mind, by the way. Like, this guy is going full, But let me prove something real quick, because you did contradict yourself real quickly, Los. You said yourself that the Black Flames, I'm going to butcher the name. So, like, you know what I'm talking about when I say Black Flames, right? Itachi and Sasuke and Satoru.
Amaterasu?
Yeah. You said that was the speed of light. It was stated in the manga.
No. I said light. For some reason, you thought I was saying light. I was always saying lightning.
No, you said the speed of light.
I never said that, man.
Zetsu and Sasuke himself.
No, I never. The whole point of me saying it, no, dude. No. Like, I was saying lightning the whole time. Because Sasuke compared Kirin to Amaterasu, and he said, this is like, just like Amaterasu, this is unavoidable, it can't be blocked. And it was just a lightning bolt.
Was speed of light not being used during that time?
No, bro. It's lightning. Like, I have the panels up again. This is where he says, this jutsu is just like Amaterasu, it can't be blocked or evaded. And he's talking about just bringing a lightning bolt out of the sky. So that's 2,000 times slower than light.
Yeah, okay. So now let me argue this, right? Because y'all just gonna keep digging yourself in a bigger hole than you already are digging yourself in, right? So the issue with Amaterasu is it's instantaneous. It doesn't have an actual speed limit, and we see that multiple times in the manga where it just appears on somebody. I think it's even stated that it just appears on somebody.
But Raikage dodges it. But Raikage dodges it.
Yeah, the Raikage dodges it. That's what made his speed so crazy, because he dodged something that just instantly spawns on somebody, and we see that every single time he uses it. We don't see it travel; it just spawns instantaneously.
Well, no. What I would say is that the Raikage clearly isn't teleporting though. He's just using lightning to augment his speed, and that's why I was saying Amaterasu might just be like relative to lightning. It might not even be lightning, or you could just say the Raikage is faster than lightning.
Yeah, if we're talking about any feats from Naruto, just period overall, like, you could just talk about how younger Kakashi is just casually catching lightning bolts as a younger Kakashi, and then they just get scaled up from there. If you really want to talk about speed feats, that's completely fine. If you find anything that can contradict that, I'm open to it. I'm never open to being wrong. The issue with the Raikage is just because you use lightning style or like Jujutsus doesn't mean that lightning can't amplify your speed multiple times over. Just because you use the ability of lightning does not mean you cannot multiply your speed. That'd be dumb, right? Because there's characters in series that we see that uses lightning and that lightning can amplify and keep amplifiers on top of itself multiple times until you get to that speed feat. We see that when he goes into his second cloak and he uses teleportation, which you can just easily say is quantum tunneling, which is just taking particles and moving them from one area to the other, right? That's another thing you could say. So quantum tunneling is basically like teleportation, right? We can just say that because he's like, you could just say that that's bare minimum light speed. That's like bare minimum, right? So that's not even crazy. That's not even crazy for the Raikage, right? That's just bare minimum light speed, right? Naruto proceeds to out blitz him, right? So you could just look up how much faster do you need to be to blitz a character to be that much faster than that character who just went bare minimum light speed. Probably like I would say like 1 to 2 times or maybe 1.5 times faster than that character to blitz that. And then on top of that, we just see Naruto get crazier and crazier and crazier over the war to the point where you have Minato, right, who's teleporting with his kunais. His kunais are on the battlefield. Jubito Madara goes to attack him. Minato can't react. Naruto blitzes that nigga. That's crazy. But that's another thing that comes up, right? If you want to talk about the light fang thing, the issue with the light fang is, yeah, it's a light fang, right? But light speed is low-key immeasurable, so we don't know how fast that fang is. Like, we don't know if that's like a 10 times going light speed, 20 times. We don't actually have a measure for it. So, yeah, that's another thing. Also, for you saying the speed feat of you just, he's just going to speed blitz and break through the cubic cloak, this is another thing I was trying to come up with. The issue with that is we see Jubito Madara take a full fucking kick from Might Guy. This is the same Might Guy who you don't have to say he's even. You could say he's like bare minimum light speed, right? The fact that Jubito Madara got kicked, barely took any damage. You have a Naruto who's like leagues and leagues and leagues stronger than that at this point in time in the series after he's fighting Kaguya. Like, it's to such a ridiculous degree that if you bring Madara back up into the Kaguya fight, he will literally get one shot. It's to such a high degree that it's stupid.
Wait, you said Madara is getting one shot?
Yes, by the Naruto that's fighting Kaguya at this point. Yes.
I don't think you're saying like the strongest version of Madara is getting one shot.
Yes, because Kaguya
I don't think
is
so.
way stronger than Madara. It's not even the same league.
Kaguya maybe, but not Naruto.
Yes, Naruto and them can combat with her.
Naruto's not like stronger than Kaguya though. That's why they seal him.
He doesn't have to be, right? So if Kaguya is league stronger than her, right, and the fact that he can combat with her means that Naruto and Sasuke are on a similar level. I think it's even said like they the only two who can actually really do something to her in the first place.
I'm gonna be honest. I think like the Madara who had 3 eyes might have still been stronger than Naruto and Sasuke together because he was fighting them both together.
Yeah, but those are weaker versions than the ones that fought Kaguya though.
Yeah, they like barely got their powers.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I don't know, man. I think it's. I mean, Madara barely got his powers too. What do you mean? Like, I think Madara would have actually won if they just kept fighting. That's something I always thought. That's something I've always thought. I mean, like, Madara would have just actually won.
Yeah. I mean, like the reality is this, right? You have them doing crazy feats. We also know that the what's it called tree? The God tree, right? They use the God tree to destroy planets, literally. Like, that's actually what they use it for. It's been stated in Boruto, actually, that when they spawn in Ten-Tails on a planet, they literally use it to destroy planets. You literally have those characters, including Kaguya, actually destroying planets, right? And then you have Madara getting to the level of these people through the Ten-Tails, who absorbs the same Ten-Tails that was destroying planets, right? He masters it, and I don't know if you noticed, but when Tail Beast and they host actually mix, they get way stronger than whatever they previously were by themselves, right? So these Tail Beasts are getting a crazy amp on top of that, right? And then he has True Secret Orbs on top of that, right? And Sage's Six Paths. It's to a point where you have characters that can be argued to be multi-planetary at this point in time, right? Then you have Kaguya come around, right? Who's obviously multi-planetary because that's how her whole race literally runs through universe and destroy planets, right? Easily. Like, this is casual shit for them. And then you have Naruto in them boxing with her. Even if you wanted to say they have to 2v1 her, the fact that they can box a unit, right, that race destroys multiple planets on casual, right, is insane.
I'm not gonna lie. At this point, it does kind of sound like Glaze to me.
They were just like one shot Luffy, by the way. But yeah.
I'll just be honest. Like at this point, I don't know. It does kind of sound like Glaze to me. I don't know. The whole like Naruto being planetary thing is very hard to.
Why is it hard when dude?
Being though is more than planetary.
I'm going to pull up a panel talking about the tail beast, the 10 tails. Because
you don't even need to do that. Lilos, remember the Infinite Tsukiyomi? Naruto, like, that was an ability meant to destroy, like, to, like, put everyone under hypnosis. As in, like, the world fall victim to it. Kakashi, Sakura, Naruto, Kakashi were the only humans not affected by it. That would, like, wipe out the world itself. So what makes you think he's not planetary?
Yeah.
Like,
wait, what?
Like, God trees legit like suck like the nutrients out of a planet, basically.
Yeah, like.
What? List the chapter.
That right there is.
You just list the.
Fact.
Okay, list the chapter you guys were talking about, and we'll just look at it on stream. What chapter is it?
Are you talking about for the Infinite Tsukiyomi?
Like whatever planetary stuff you guys were talking about. Let's just look at it. What chapter is that?
Yeah, give me a second.
But I also want to just take time to like find out the limitations of the Naruto QB cloak, because like I'm gonna have to like analyze the war and just see like anytime Naruto's hit while in the QB cloak mode, I want to see like who's the weakest character that like damages Naruto in this form.
Go
like
to chapter 677.
677. Okay.
Yeah, 677 through 680, I believe. But I think 677 is when he activates it. And yeah, the whole entire world fall victims of it. Besides Naruto, Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke.
677.
Like that's a planetary attack right there.
Wait, what is a what's planetary?
The Infinite Tsukiyomi, which was activated by a human being. That's
bro, hold the heck up. Infinite Tsukiyomi is like a mind hacks move. That's not planetary.
Yeah, that's not.
It's a genjutsu.
Okay. So hypothetically, right? If this wasn't about Naruto and we made it about Sasuke, do you think Sasuke's not able to replicate that same feat against Luffy, just one person?
No,
what are we doing, bro?
We're not doing that.
We don't have to do that, but I'm just saying it's disingenuous not to say that, like, to not give credit where it's due, right? You say Naruto's a planetary.
Wait, hold on. Let's take a break here. Let's let some other people go.
Yeah.
Who else wants to share? Like, let's just have it all be open. Who else wants to share?
Right.
Anyone else? Oh, is everyone up? What's that? Apollyon?
Yeah. So wait, so your argument is like Gear 4 Luffy relative to Naruto, correct?
No, I'm gonna be honest. Like, from what we've seen, like just base Luffy is like blitzing him. Gear 2 is way faster. Gear 4 is magnitudes faster. But like just base is blitzing him, and he has future sight. He's just piecing him up. Naruto cannot hit him. And then Luffy, his attacks ignore durability. He's just going to like wear Naruto down and win.
God forbid we use the dire books, because they just like, no.
Well, I mean, the truth is, dude, I've had this debate like, I'll be real with you. I've probably had this debate like 50 times. 0 of them did the Naruto side ever use the manga. So it's like I just kind of got tired of data books spamming. I'm like, I want to see like what.
Sheriff just says that the right Kage is the speed of light, though. Right?
No, listen, man. The reason I want to talk about the manga, okay? I want to see, is the manga actually strong? And the way people like rely on the data book so much, it makes me think that it isn't. But you guys are making some good points. I think the best points made are just that if you say something like Naruto's QB cloak is as durable as the Susanoo, I don't think it actually is though. But
I gave you a feat where like they both like took the same amount of damage and they both dispersed. So
What chapter is that?
I mean, one could argue that they did use Sasuke Susanoo in order to protect himself from the infinite Tsukuyomi, but then again, Naruto, as far as we know, he can't use Kurama State, and he didn't even know the infinite Tsukuyomi was being activated, but he can't use Kurama State outside his body, versus Sasuke who can actually do that, you know?
What, I mean, so when I think about it, I think, like, if you highball the QB cloak, it's, like, relative to the Susanoo and durability. But even the Susanoo is not invincible. Like, the Susanoo can be destroyed too, can it? So I think the best argument for Naruto is just that, like, he could go into the QB cloak with Kurama and just survive. And, like, him going into the QB cloak might make Luffy go Gear 5, and then he could just out stamina him. That's, like, the best argument for Naruto winning. But
do you think the Ten Tails is stronger than Naruto in the series?
It's not.
I'm not sure. Like, so
Really not.
I mean,
what I'm saying here is like Naruto, because we've seen the Ten Tails be a Jinchuriki, and we know for a fact that you being a Jinchuriki of a Ten Tails makes you, like, way stronger than, like, the Ten Tails alone. Like, it's been stated multiple times, unless you want me to pull it up and, like, prove that.
Yeah, so, like, here, remind me of the Ten Tails scaling, because, like, didn't Madara absorb the Ten Tails? Did he absorb the whole thing?
Yeah.
Him and Obito absorbed the Ten Tails. The Ten Tails has already been stated to be planetary. You'll actually see that. I forgot what chapter. I gotta find a chapter for it. But
the Ten Tails is stated to be planetary in the manga.
The sensory ninjas. Look up the chapter for the sensory ninjas. Actually, like, seeing how much chakra he actually has, and they said it's planetary.
Are these guys? Hold on.
They also talk about the Suskis talk about how the Ten Tails itself is actually planetary, right?
Hold on.
Suskis actually talk about how they use the Ten to take over planets.
I remember them saying something like it was like a planet, but I don't think that automatically means it's planetary. Let me see. Like, I remember.
Hold on. Go to chapter 646, I believe.
646. All right.
Maybe. Hold on, let me see.
But yeah, I think.
No, it may be chapter like 610 through 611, and then it also talks about this in 646 and also 672. Like, even Hashirama says, like, whoa, that's a lot of chakra, and he's like the god of shinobi, and he's nothing compared to end of series Naruto.
What? Wait, what? I'm looking at 610. What's the point of 610? What does this have?
Yeah, the Alpha Force, he said, like, the Ten Tails was massive, I believe. Let me actually, like, confirm this about there.
Wait, what was you asking, Lilos?
I'm trying to find you guys were saying that the Ten Tails is planetary, and I went to the chapter you said, and it's just like them fighting it's just them fighting the Ten Tails.
Yeah, I'm looking for the chapter right now because it talks more about it in Boruto than it does in Naruto.
No, it says it in Naruto. Let me see. Because, all right, so this is like, I'm going to turn on my screen for a second so you can see it.
Just look pull a panel where the sensory ninjas are talking. I forgot what panel that is.
It says it right here. Like, you see, like, that planet that's being pulled apart, and it's like it's still growing. It says this is impossible. Look at the sensory spirit. It's like it's become a planet of its own right there. If you see it, Los.
But that doesn't. So that's them just like describing how the chakra looks. Like that doesn't mean that it.
So the issue how chakra works. Yeah, the issue how chakra works is that's how that chakra is literally a planet.
Yeah, and that's the power of the tenth.
Hold on, chat. What do you guys think about it? Because I've seen the panel they're talking about, and it's like the sensory ninja are looking at the Ten Tails chakra, and they're like, "Oh, it's like a planet." I don't think that makes it planetary, though. I think that's just them describing how it looks. Like,
hold on for a sec. Because, like I said again, like this is like when the Ten Tails first spawned. Like this is the weakest spawn of the Ten Tails, right? It hasn't spawned in like centuries, right? And then there's three other forms outside of this, and then there's also like the Jinchuriki form, right?
there's no point in discussing that with him because he doesn't believe that it's actually planetary. But Lilos, you think that when they say it looks like a planet, you think they looking at the chakra turn into a circle and then be like, oh, it looks like a planet. Like that's what you think it is. So
I
you
mean,
don't actually think that.
Or are you coming to the
I'm
conclusion
trying.
that, like, okay, it
I'm
looks like
trying
a
to
planet,
pull up
it's
the
just island level or like mountain level just because it looks like a planet? Like, do you think is that what you're trying to say here?
No, I mean, I'm actually trying to find the panel, but like I don't know what chapter number it is. This is what like I wanted you guys to tell me. You know, I'm trying to find it. It's like Naruto, like 10. I'm googling it. Like 10 Tails Planet chapter. Naruto.
Yeah, look up planetary statement chapters.
I'm trying to find it, man. Like I see the panel on Reddit.
Yeah, they put it in.
But
I'm trying to find what the actual chapter is because it's hard to find chapters for Pacific stuff like that because it's not a Pacific thing.
yeah, it is tough to find it.
Yeah, it's not like a fight or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
There's
Yeah.
no scale of a One Piece with the comparable fee of like, oh, his hockey reaches like the whole entire planet or like reaches half of the planet.
Dude,
or anything.
I mean,
There's nothing
bro,
like that.
Whitebeard's literally
Like,
stated to be
Joy Boy
planetary.
hockey just
man.
extended as far as the island goes.
Hold on, wait, hold on, dude, stop going to other stuff. Let us figure out to find these chapters first before we start talking about anything else. We have to actually prove what we're talking about before we even go into anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Like I see the well, I could just look up what chapter do they die? Do the sensory like what?
Hold up. I think I found like a planetary statement in Boruto for the God Tree.
Not yet,
Yeah.
bro. Not yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
my fault.
So
Yeah, it is too.
so
That's another
Shikamaru's
thing.
dad dies chapter 661. Maybe the that chakra statement's around there. Maybe. I'll try 661. Chat, if any of you guys know where this feed is, like, can you let me know? 613. Someone said 613. Let me try that.
Let me try that too.
We'll find it. Because I want to look at this on stream and we can talk about it.
Yeah, if anybody else can find the Boruto ones where they talk about the divine
If
tree,
it's not 613, try 646.
Oh, it is 613.
Okay.
613.
It says, look at the sensory water sphere. It's practically a small planet. What is the sensory water sphere anyway?
Yeah, so it calculates all the chakras and everything that's going on in the
Basically,
war.
what it does is it senses all the chakra on the battlefield, and you can actually tell how much chakra everybody has on the battlefield based on that sensory. So when they say it looks like a small planet, they're talking about the 10 cells, and like they're like, oh, this like that's what they're saying. Like this is.
Or they're
it
just
should say
describing
that
its
it's getting
shape.
stronger. And no, wait, real quick. It says it's getting stronger. And also Naruto does the exact same thing that they do, but like with the sage mode, it was like, what the heck? That's a planet. Like, you know, he just freaks out about it. If you can like also find that chapter.
I mean, honestly, I think that they're just describing its shape.
That's what I was about to say too. Like
That doesn't make any. It says it's chakra, right? What do you mean it's shape? They can't find anyone else's shape besides that. It's like, they can't even see it. They don't know how it looks like.
It looks like a little planet. That's what it says. It looks like a little planet. It's a shape. You're taking it too literal.
Yeah, I think they're just describing its shape.
All right, so do you want me to go into like what the spirit itself does?
And I quote, it's practically a small little planet. It looks like a small little planet. I literally just quoted what it just said.
Okay, hold on. Because this is crazy. Hold on. Let me see.
Like, I mean, I would say it just like looks. It's a lot bigger than the chakra they usually sense. That's why they say
for all
that.
the toe beats. That makes no sense. But watch this. Okay, hold on.
It's not in the look, not the actual chocolate itself.
You can literally just say the divine tree is stated multiple times by the Akutsuki themselves that they use a divine tree to absorb all the things in the planet. Like it tells itself is a manifestation.
The plant the seed in the tree does it itself, not that.
Hold on. So before you get to talking crazy, let me remind you right? That the same tail beast, the same tree that absorbs the entire planet and destroys it, turns into the tail beast, which has that same capability, but physical damage, right? And then Madara absorbs that tail beast, and so does Obito. And on top of that, he has Sage of Six Paths.
But like, but okay, basically. So the Divine Tree though, it didn't absorb the whole planet of Naruto though. Like it barely absorbed anything really, because like most of the world was.
Look at this panel real quick. Here's what I want you to see, and tell me if because its size, because Naruto sees its size. He says he's a national energy. He's national energy itself. Yeah, the same as that which calculates around the world that you feel. Oh my god, it's really hard to read. And the soul, the water, and the air. So like, what it's saying is like the 10 toes is national energy. This is stated by like Madara, I believe. It's really small. It would be different story if you tried to engage it in stage mode though. Naruto says, "Gotcha." So if you say he's all national energy, then I can check him out. So this is Naruto checking out the 10 toes in stage mode. And he's freaking out like that.
But that just means like the 10 tails has
anime and manga.
He sense his emotions.
I would just say that means that it just.
What emotions he's showing off right now? He Ben sees his like size, right? And this is
negative emotions. That's what nature energy does. It's not that difficult to understand.
This is Kurama saying don't do it because if you do, it's gonna be like you're gonna sense a planet essentially, and that's why Naruto's freaking out.
Do you know what chapter number this is?
No, I don't. I'm gonna try to find it.
Find the chapter number because.
But if that chapter was on 613, I'm quite sure if you just keep on like diving into it, you'll see. Because it's talking about his natural energy, and all of a sudden now we're talking about personality. That doesn't make any sense, right?
Well, I would just say like that's just like because the panel you showed me, it was Sage Naruto looking at the 10 tails and like being nervous. I would just say like he's just shocked that the 10 tails has more chakra than he does. Like.
What? Madara has more chakra than Naruto does. Obito does. Naruto didn't show any fear fighting them.
Well, I mean,
I told you previously.
Does Madara actually have more chakra than Naruto?
Do you think at this point in time Naruto? Yeah, he does. Because first he has unlimited chakra because he's a reincarnation. And do you think Naruto is strong enough to take on the 5 Kage without dropping the sweat? At this point in time?
Yes.
Oh yeah, probably yeah. He beats the 5 Kage. But I'm trying to find the panel. Oh yeah, I found the panel you were talking about. So it's chapter 610. Dr. Strangle. He's listed it. So Kurama says.
Use the Viz translation.
Yeah, I'm using Viz.
It says something about chapter 6.
Oh, okay, no. So I'm using the Viz translation, and like Kurama's looking at the 10 tails. And when Naruto's saying like he's gonna use his nature energy to check the 10 tails out, and Kurama says don't do that, Naruto. All you'll see is how immeasurable it is.
Right.
That doesn't mean that it's planetary though.
A couple chapters later, you get it being compared to a planet. What do you think?
It doesn't equate to planet level. He just says unmeasurable.
He didn't say planet level at all, right? Milos, go to Boruto Next Generations. And then for me, go to chapter 51. It is
Naruto. We're doing Naruto.
No, we brought up Boruto previously, and like, what did they gain from lying about it being planetary?
I didn't even brought up Boruto.
No, Lilos did himself.
No, like
here's my thing, though, right?
Said he's not bringing. Yo, Lilos, you're supposed to do Shippuden, not Boruto, bro.
I know. The reason I brought up hold on a sec. Like the reason I brought that up was because I was just trying to find out what are the limitations to Kurama's durability, and
you see that image right there, like that's multiple planets. Right?
You gotta stick, Lilos. You need to stick with freaking Shippuden because Boruto power scaling it gets all over the place. It's messy. Do not skip to Boruto.
Hold on, real quick. So you see like that a bunch of those planets going on. That's what Naruto sees when he looks at the 10 tails.
How we figure out how strong Naruto is based on the 10 tails. The 10 tails is extrapolated upon in Boruto too, more than it is in Naruto.
What page of chapter 51 are they talking about the 10 tails?
So Boruto Next Generations chapter 51.
I'm on it. What page?
So scroll down. Let me see what page it is. I think it's page 141.
Page 41.
Yeah, Lilo, it's like I don't think Luffy is planetary, right?
But I mean, like, okay, King Shadow, I'm gonna be honest, man. The few planetary things you've shown me are not planetary at all. Like, I'm sorry.
Like, they're really not. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's just like he's digging a hole, and I'm not trying to live in that hole, bro. I'm really not.
So you're saying that Ten Toes isn't planetary, right?
I mean,
So no. The we have to prove that the 10 tails is planetary, my dude, and we do that by going to Boruto, and it literally says right here verbatim that the Asuski be in blading planets. These same Asuskis eat the seeds off of the tree.
I'm trying. What page are you talking about?
141.
When you place it, it slowly absorbs the planet. It doesn't do it in one shot. It absorbs the life. It literally just absorbs the life from the planet.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm on page 41. There's nothing here.
Do you see the dude with the glasses?
Page 4. He's not on page 41.
141. I'm saying go to chapter 51, 141. For you, it should be.
There's not 141 pages. It only goes to. It only goes to 41. It only goes to 41.
You said it only goes to 41?
Yeah.
Okay, look for a chapter. There's a dude with glasses. He's smoking a cigarette. He literally said, "Yep, that's the only way 10 tails will transform into a divine tree." You can even say this is the number of reasons why Asuskis invade a planet. They literally invade planets. The Asuskis
I don't
invade
know,
planets.
bro. I don't know what page it is, man. I don't know.
It should be chapter 51. You looking at the base trans?
Plant the seed, tree grows, the tree absorbs the thing. That's what it does.
Bro, the denial is just crazy of it not being planetary like that.
Not denial.
When we go to like Naruto the last, right? We just see Planetary.
It doesn't matter about the last. The last is irrelevant to conversation.
No. Because I had said this to Lugos earlier. I was like, hey, you don't want to bring up the Boruto feat because if I brought like the last feat.
No,
wrong,
like
right?
the reason.
An attack that splits the moon.
No, like the reason, like
10 tails isn't planetary, which makes no sense.
Hold up. The reason I had, okay. So the thing is, I was like asking you guys like how durable is the QB cloak, and like no one was really giving me an answer. So I was trying to.
I gave you an answer. I told you. I was like, it takes Naruto and Sasuke showing the attack to destroy it, and Naruto Shippuden.
That is durable because Luffy can go past that. He has 4 layers of durability negation, man. Come on.
Naruto has durability negation as well with the truth seeking orb.
That's fine. That's cool, but Luffy doesn't need to necessarily touch him to hit him.
Vice versa, Naruto can just do Rasengans, BG bombs, etc. He has multiple mid and long range attacks. He has shadow clones.
But it's like here,
Luffy can use his Conqueror's Haki, and Conqueror's Haki is gonna make his shadow clones go oh shit, like mental fatigue.
Lilo's already said his shadow clones has enough willpower to bypass his Conqueror's Haki.
It translates to Naruto, since it translates to Naruto. Naruto's gonna feel overwhelmed. Luffy's gonna catch him off guard. That's all it is.
Well, here's it. Well, here's it.
Has enough willpower to like not lose.
Here's it.
His shadow clones, not Naruto. His clones.
No, his shadow clones as well, right, Lilos?
If Naruto summons thousands of his clones, one of them. Why are you sending me a Boruto feed, bro? Are you serious?
Yeah, we gotta streamline this debate, man. I'm getting kind of tired too, bro.
Would you agree the shadow clones have like very little durability?
Yeah,
even the clones.
I do.
Like, even if we don't give them the knockout via Conqueror's Haki still applies a force to things. Hits like the stone and stuff, the stone traps and stuff. So even so, it wide range hit the bones and just poof them.
That is point out the shadow clones being that weak. Like the whole point of the like beginning of the war arc is that they aren't that weak. He legit sends like a couple in each place, and each of those clones like do like full on brawls to everyone.
But those clones aren't getting hit though.
Imagine 1,000 of Naruto's.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's like massively slower than Luffy though. Like that's like, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as like every time Luffy's fighting people much slower than him throughout the series. Like He fights
My
hordes of
thing
people
is,
all the time.
Naruto isn't naturally slower,
He is though.
right?
His best feat is dodging a light fang after getting Sage of Six Paths. That's stuff. That's pre-time skip Luffy level
let
stuff.
me see if I can use.
It's slow to Luffy. Light is slow to Luffy. Let this sink in. All right, it's slow to him. He was dodging light during pre-time skip. Okay, this is nothing new.
And it's the fact that like it's a bit disingenuous, right? Because even like the author himself is like, this instance is light speed. This is light speed. Look, hold on, even in the manga in OG Naruto, during the Mist Village arc or whatever the arc was called when we met Zabuza and what's that girl name or guy name?
Haku.
Apparently. Haku, yeah. He was even said to be light speed inside the manga.
No, Haku wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It's only the data book.
Yeah, it's only in the data book.
No, it's in the anime and manga.
No, it's not.
In the manga, then.
Okay. Hold on, give me a sec.
It's not.
Yeah, I don't think it is, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah, I have the panel up. It says Haku's technique is part of the art of teleportation. And that's the same thing said about Raikage's technique, that the Raikage has teleportation speed. But, like, they're clearly, both of them are not teleporting. Like, they're...
So the issue with that is, hold on, don't say they're not teleporting, because they are, if it says teleport, they teleport. And we're not gonna argue, not saying that, even though they're saying that series, number one. Number two, teleportation isn't light speed. It's bare minimum. It's literally on the cusp of light speed, but it's not there. That's why even if you wanted to say they was teleporting, they're nowhere near close to Luffy. And again, I'm arguing on the side of Naruto, but speed-wise, Luffy is dwarfing these characters, right? It's not even close, right? It's just the power difference between them is astronomical. It's not even the same league.
And I mean, honestly, it's like, I don't know if that's true. Like, if I use the Whitebeard scaling, then it's like really not true at all. Because I mean, at this point, it kind of, I don't know. If you guys are using planetary scaling, we could use it for Luffy too. But I just don't want to use those. I don't think that. I think for both.
Attack potency. That's all you need to do. You need to count his attack potency to see how much it can actually do. That's all you need to do.
I mean,
literally, we can.
If you can, by the way, because Luffy was literally a high country buster during Dressrosa and got way stronger from that. All right.
I put it.
Naruto fights in Otsutsuki, where it's like their main job is to destroy planets and like eat the chakra fruit from. And then they come to Earth to like eat the chakra fruit again, and you're like, they're not planetary. Like, what?
But even shown in Boruto to destroy a planet, like literally like shatter a planet.
Boruto doesn't matter.
All right, Chad.
It just sounds like you're in denial. Like, I just completely disagree with you. Like, Naruto is planetary, above planetary, even because the Ten Toes base form is planetary. Like,
but you still haven't proved any of that. So
yeah, there's been like I've been asking for manga panels of that, and just.
What are your requirements for something to be planetary?
So
they literally said his chakra is. The sensory unit has said like, hey, like the Ten Toes base form. By the way, there's 3 forms after that. Was literally the size of another planet. Naruto says the exact same thing, essentially.
No, he doesn't.
Chakra, not talking about his form, which makes no sense whatsoever.
But listen, guys, I'm getting tired, man. I gotta get going to sleep, bro. Like, anyone want to say any last
just running in
things?
circles.
Yeah, I gotta go to sleep, bro. I got class in the morning.
Luffy beats all versions of Naruto. That's what I like to say. All right, good night. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna pray to God.
You don't concede to anything, though. You don't concede to anything.
No, like the one thing I'm saying is like the best argument you guys made the whole time is that Naruto's his like Kurama avatar mode has some like base armor factor to it, and that's gonna be like hard for Luffy to get through. So like I need to research Naruto's Kurama armor durability, because like the one scene I'm seeing is like Jigen punching through it, and I think to myself, maybe you can just speed blitz through it. Like if Kurama's off guard, he just gets punched through.
Jigen was also I'll tell you this. This is why below them. Naruto can make 6 of those.
But but how does that matter when he's like massively slower than Luffy? And
what do you
Luffy
mean?
can
He
see the
make,
future
like,
too.
If you're saying that like Luffy's gonna like lose or struggle to defeat one from one Avatar State Naruto, imagine 6 that we see Naruto actually like make. So what does that tell you?
Well, no, what I'm saying is like, okay, there's a real. Let me put it like this: since I don't know the limits to the durability, there's a chance Luffy just one punches each of them, like just punches Naruto out of each of them with like Gear 2. But I want to look at the feats more and find out like what are the actual who's the weakest character who hurts Naruto while he's in that QB cloak. I need to
if you
look
want a
through
good
it.
estimate to the durability of the cloaks, you can go to, I think it's it should be like chapter 611 as well, where you see the Eight Tails get hit by their own Biju bomb, and even that Biju bomb is massively tinier than the other Biju bombs we see them give out. But that small Biju bomb is able to one-shot the Eight Tails. So they don't scale to the giant, big explosions, but the smaller explosions that they do scale to.
So wait, hold on a second. That's actually very bad. Like, are you saying the Eight Tails gets like one shot by a mountain level attack?
Yeah, less than mountain level.
That's terrible. Okay, so these are the things I'm talking about, guys. Like that's the kind of stuff I need to like research more, because if that's the case, like I can say Gear 3 Luffy like one punches, and like and Luffy once he gets Advanced Conquerors is like magnitude stronger than what his Gear 4 was. So like these are the things
Eight Tails, and that has nothing to do with Naruto, who's way stronger.
Yeah, like Naruto with like half the Nine Tails chakra, KCM2 was like already way above like Eight Tails whole thing.
I agree. I'm just saying.
Is his durability way above?
So like, the biggest explosion that Naruto is able to do isn't gonna be the durability of his chakra club. And
in One Piece, speed feats are extremely
actually
inconsistent.
Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm looking at this feat right here. So the Eight Tails shoots a Biju bomb at the Ten Tails. The Ten Tails punches it back at him, and it one shots him, bro. These are okay. That's bad, all right? Because like in One Piece, they're destroying mountains like early pre-time skip. Like one of the panels I had on screen was Garp saying that he warmed up to fight Don Qingjiao by pulverizing 8 mountains into dust, and then like he clashes with Don Qingjiao, and Luffy like is low diffing Don Qingjiao's son, like one shots him. And Don.
The main problem with what you're saying is like, first it's the fact that this is like Killer B, not Naruto, and then that Naruto will get destroyed by Inner Series Naruto, and then also to like amp up Killer B, he like holds off an attack that destroys the Leaf Village in one blow.
But I mean, but like, isn't the Eight Tails the second strongest? Isn't Eight Tails the second strongest out of the tailed beasts?
Yeah, but like it still ain't that much compared to him.
I mean,
that he has.
Hold on. Stop saying that the Eight Tails is y'all acting like the Eight Tails is weak, right? So again, this is not how scaling works, bro. This is ignorant. It's irritating my soul, bro. Right? Naruto and the Eight Tails is way higher than everybody on the battlefield, including the Eight Tails is stronger than all the other Tail Beasts together. Multiple Tail Beast bombs, right, are getting shot at these dudes, and they're one-shotting it in the series, which means they are magnitudes higher than the rest of them, right? These are even charged up Biju bombs. These are just random being shot up. Charged up ones are on a whole other level. A random Biju bomb is blowing up entire mountains. The Ten Tails is damn near blowing up entire countries casually. These are not charged up Biju bombs, by the way, y'all. Again, right? The Eight Tails and Naruto are way above everybody else on the battlefield when it comes to actual power. That's not how durability works. The fact that they can sit there and shoot a Biju bomb that can contend with 5 Biju bombs at the same time lets you know that they're magnitude stronger. And this is not them going all out.
This is actually consistent too, because that 5 Biju bomb attack, they all brace and cover themselves with their tails to brace for the impact of the explosion coming at them. We also see this with the Madara and Hashirama flashback fight, where Hashirama's golem palms a Biju bomb, then hits it into the Nine Tails, and then Hashirama covers himself with wood and then Madara covers himself with the Susanoo and the Nine Tails, and then it explodes, and we don't see the aftermath. So like it's consistent. They're based for impact and getting hit with these massive explosions.
And didn't you guys say like
the physicals don't scale to that?
Didn't you guys say Obito and Madara like split the 10 tails together? Like, do they both get like half of them or something?
No, what happened was, right? So what happened was first Obito absorbed the 10 tails, and then after Madara absorbed the 10 tails. So I think Obito lost the 10 tails, and then Madara ended up absorbing it.
Yeah,
but also, Obito still looked.
Where would you place the 10 toes in scaling? Like, do you think he's just like, I don't know, like mountain level? Do you think the 10 toes is just mountain level or something?
He's literally not. Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know. He seems a lot stronger than the 8 tails.
He's stronger than the 9 tails. He's just stronger than the 9 tails.
Isn't the 10 tails supposed to be like if you fused all of
9 toes as well? So
they
like
legit needed the rest of the tailed beasts to like get the ghetto statues, like a lesser form of the 10 tails.
Well,
yes.
isn't
all
the 10
of them together?
Yeah, isn't the 10 tails like if you combine all the others
together? Casually destroy a mountain, the 10 tails just flicks that off like it's nothing. Like you're on it right now.
He flicks the Biju Bomb. He doesn't flick away the explosion.
Yeah, he flicks it away. So what?
That's true. Like what he just said is true. He flicked away the Biju Bomb, not the like actual explosion of it.
Okay, so this is ignorant. So this is also ignorant, right? So here's how this works, right? Here's how damage works. The explosion that you see right there, that is what when he knocks the Biju Bomb, that's what would have happened if he would have got that shit hit straight on his fucking face. Y'all actually think that when he knocks the Biju Bombs, right, all the damage that he's knocking away, he's not actually knocking away that damage with one tail? That makes no sense, my nigga. That literally makes no sense.
Okay, wait, go to 629. I think that's the Hashirama flashback. We literally see him palm a Biju Bomb, and it explodes, blowing away the thing. So the force.
Yeah, so he's taking the explosion. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this: when the 10 tails throw like the attack to destroy like the Leaf Village, when he does that attack after like Shinobi Alliance, the 8 tails he was like holding off that attack. Would you say he's holding off the attack and not the explosion, or would you just say he's holding off the attack that can explode?
He's holding off the force of that ball flying at him, not holding back the explosion.
I'm on 629. What did you want me to see?
The attack is still being held, so it won't explode, correct? So one can upscale that attack.
Maybe it was 628.
So are you saying that the 10 toes is gonna die to a Biju Bomb? Do you think like a Biju Bomb is enough to kill the 10 toes?
No, because we see with
So what's the point of your argument then? What's the point of your argument if you
no, there's different levels of attack. Like getting hit by the Biju Bomb is not the same as the Biju Bomb going off and then being in the middle of that explosion.
What I'm saying is,
I think that's true. But listen, guys, I gotta get going to sleep, man.
In like the near future, what's the point of your argument here, right? It sounds like you're just trying to be arrogant.
Yo, guys,
at this point.
I'm actually gonna get going to sleep. But yeah, this was a fun debate. I mean, we can keep the debate going in the Discord, or you can like leave your points in the comments to this, like the VOD version of this. But I'm gonna
just do the counts for myself, and I'm gonna send them to Discord.
Yeah, but
like crazy, bro.
But out of everything,
I think this is actually a debate. Like,
no, one thing I want to say is I think like the best points made tonight is something along the lines of like the QB avatar mode might have durability like relative to like a perfect Susanoo, and then Naruto can make a bunch of those and like stamina his way to victory. That's like one argument that's good. And then if you start saying something like did Madara absorb the whole 10 tails or like just part of it?
Yes, yeah, the whole 10 tails, yes.
Okay, and then he absorbed the whole 10 tails, and then Six Paths Naruto like overpowered him, right?
Yeah.
And then he absorbed the divine tree after that. So it's like if you start stacking stuff together like that, then you can say Naruto's like extremely powerful. So it's like
you would have to be, yeah.
Yeah, like using arguments like that, you can make some good arguments for Naruto just like being a powerhouse. But it's like I need to figure out exactly like how strong that would make him.
Planetary wishes more than Luffy.
Yeah, Naruto's like peak durability, like Avatar mode, is like probably Injured Arrow. That like he needed Ashram, like he like all the chakra, like.
I mean, like, so
that's not even tapping to all the chakra nation from the other tail beasts.
I mean, one thing I'm thinking. Well, one thing I'm thinking, right, is like, we saw the Avatar mode, like the full strength, whatever, during the final Valley Naruto. He clashes with Sasuke, and like the Avatar like disintegrates, kinda, right? Like
it wasn't 629, it was 621.
621. Okay, I can look at that. If Naruto didn't clash with that, would that attack have just killed him? Like if that just hit him directly, would it have just killed him? Yeah.
Yeah, it would have killed. It most likely would have killed him only because they both have Sage of Six Pass chakra. So they're like, when you get like the Sage of Six Pass, like they kind of just make you neg a bunch of fucking abilities. For example, like Madara, when Sasuke got Sage of Six Pass, right? Madara had clones that he can house in another dimension, and they can still touch you in this dimension, right? Sasuke can see those clones. Naruto can sense those clones. That is how insane. It's to a point where they start seeing other dimensional creatures, right, from other dimensions, like plane of existence. It's actually stupid, right? They can also Naruto can also bring people back to like Guy. You just get a lot of hacks when it comes to Sage of Six Pass.
Yeah. I basically agree, but I don't think he would have died.
Yeah, at the end of 620 and the start of 621, where end of 620 we see him literally catch it like a baseball ball, shove it back in his face, it explodes, all the wood gets blown away, and then the next chapter we see him, and then all he has left is like a face made of wood in front of him instead of all the stuff he created.
Nice talking to you guys. I gotta call my girlfriend.
But okay, the 10 tails is way superior to the 8 tails, so we see that when the 8 tails get hit by their own attack, they can't tank it. But when the 10 tails is hit, like the 8 tails fires a Biju bomb into the mouth of the 10 tails, explodes inside the 10 tails, and just puffs him up, and the 10 tails is fine. But like what I'm saying is, for the 10 tails, we don't know if the 10 tails shot like directly beneath itself and its Biju bomb exploded on it, that it wouldn't just one shot itself as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to think like Naruto's. I'm starting to think Naruto characters, their attack is like higher than their durability. It kind of looks like that. But I'm gonna go to sleep chat. I think this is like, honestly, like I'm happy that we did it manga only, because like the way that Naruto fans cling on data books, it doesn't seem like you really have to. Like I think people should just honestly, lead with like the 10 tail scaling. Lead with like the 10 tails are like, you could just say stuff like, so the 10 tails is he was so strong he was flicking away Biju bombs, and then Madara was so strong he was like soloing all the tailed beasts. Then Madara fuses with the 10 tails, and then Naruto's like low diffing him. Like, you should just lead with stuff like that instead. And because like you can just make the argument that like Naruto's slower, but his attack potency feats are way more impressive, and he might be able to like just win with raw power alone, and like you can make arguments like that. But it's still debatable though, because like One Piece fans can just say, okay, well, Luffy scales to Planetary based off of the Whitebeard statements, and then it's like
the 3 Kurama planetary statements that are also not planetary in the same way the Whitebeard statement is not planetary.
Yeah,
Universal Tamari.
I remember earlier in stream when you brought up the thank you from Kishimoto to the people who worked on the data books. I actually found, like it says, thank you to Blank and all the other Camel Mama editors or something.
Yeah.
I remember the thank you note. I found Camel Mama's official website, and in the contact page, it literally says, contact us if you want us to write shit for you.
Oh, well.
So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, the data books are a bit questionable, but I don't know. I think, to me, this debate is just showing like it's actually, even if you just use manga panels, you can make it close, because it's like Naruto's slower, but you could make an argument that his attack potency feats might be better, but then it's like, is his durability scaling to that? That's more debatable. So I don't know. It's actually a closer debate than I thought, because starting the stream, I thought Luffy would just be blitzing him and like destroy him, but his best chance of like surviving is if he gets the QB cloak going, like the avatar going.
Surviving.
If he can get the avatar going and like make clones of it, then it's actually just like a debatable fight. So there's more to analyze. Like just looking at the durability of the cloak is interesting because I mean, I think it was Acolyte making the points that like their durability might not scale to their attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like we see with the stronger alive Madara that the the Biju physically attack his body with their physical body, and it damages that stronger Madara.
So Acolyte, you think in Naruto like the durability is just like considerably lower than the attack power?
Yeah, massively so actually for the giant explosion.
It wouldn't be. It would just be that his attack potency is literally his durability. That is why he's taking damage from his own.
Because
like what?
In the Minato flashback, Kurama legit tanked his own Biju bomb.
Wait, in the Minato flashback?
Yeah, in the Minato flashback.
Like I mean,
this is all without.
But that was also a full power Kurama, like not the half Kurama.
Yeah, that was like no Jinchuriki. That was like just like actual just Kurama, like no
power. All right.
The crazy part is when half of Kurama fuses with Naruto, he's stronger than a full power Kurama. Literally.
Is that actually true? Is that actually true?
Remember that happening? But
wait, is that actually true? Like half Kurama and Naruto together is stronger than full Kurama?
Is it true? Because think about it, because half Kurama, because Sasuke had the other half of Kurama, and Naruto was already like beating him in just the ones in the.
I don't know. I mean, Sage of Six.
No, because Naruto has his own strength. He has ridiculous.
No, like didn't Sasuke like absorb some of the chakra from the tail beast, but it wasn't like here's
he absorbed. What happened was. Yeah, what happened was when he used the Chibaku Tensei, he absorbed the chakra of every single tail beast, all the other tail beasts, I think including the 8 tails, or it might have just been the 7 tails, up to the 7 tails, and then he put all that into his arrow, then he put Sage of Six Paths into it, and then he put Lightning Style on top of it, and then he just shot that shit. So he literally put like god level threat powers into there, because once you become you get the Sage of Six powers, it's literally like becoming a god in that verse.
But like
it's like a power of
do we know how much chakra he took from them though? Like, because they were so
all of it.
They were so conscious, right?
But
no, I don't remember.
But didn't Minato have half of Kurama? That's why Minato was able to go into like QB mode. Yeah, that's what I'm.
Sasuke took that half the whole time.
Oh, Sasuke took the other half.
Supposedly.
After the Kaguya fight, we see all the Biju be released, and we see that other half of the 9 tails, and it's
Sasuke insta Genjutsu all of
he
it.
grabs all the
that shit is crazy.
But alright, guys, I gotta go to sleep.
While he was dead, like how?
I gotta go to sleep, guys. But this was a fun debate. You guys can keep debating if you want, but I'm gonna head out of the Discord. But yeah, those are good points. I'm realizing the Naruto verse is stronger than I thought. Like their best chance is just like raw power. Like
all you need, baby.
Yeah, like that's their best, because like they're just kind of like powerhouses. So like their best chance is raw power, but they're like slower.
And Lilo's like final take. I'll put it like this: like we seen one of Guard's strongest attack, like Guard Galaxy Impact, and like that's probably like top 10, top 5 strongest attack we've seen. And that's him not even inside his prime. He said if he was in his prime, he'll probably like destroy the whole entire, well at least half or the whole entire island, whatever the case may be. 10 tails Biju bomb can like do twice as much as that easily.
I mean, like a lot of, a lot of these things.
Yeah, like even without the stretchy powers, we see normal characters in Naruto just flick away the Biju bombs.
I was actually gonna say that can't Luffy just bounce back the fucking bombs using the ground or some shit? Like,
well, yeah, he definitely could.
So what happened? So so he probably could, right? But what's probably gonna end up happening, right? This is what I was gonna say this earlier. Regardless if he gets in his QB cloak, because he don't even need to go into his full QB like form to use the full power of a tail beast bomb anyways. In the Rasengan that he had, like Naruto actually has a Rasengan, like a tail beast Rasengan that he can just pop and use on the ground. He can just nuke the entire area multiple times over.
But I mean, I'm saying, I honestly think if he doesn't use the Avatar mode, Naruto doesn't really have a chance because like.
I think the best chance for Naruto is if the cloak, no, not the cloak, the
Avatar.
Yeah,
I think so.
Big enough to make internal destruction irrelevant. Right?
Wait, did y'all think about the what's called Magnet Rasengan just like holding down Luffy? If that's like possible.
Does it do that?
Whoa.
Like, does it have would it pull in someone who has no metal?
Yeah.
No, like magnetizes the person to it. That's like
It's like
What's he use a Magnet Rasengan? I'm trying to remember. What the hell?
it's one because remember first one Tail Beast gave like him his power.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But like, is it just something that did he ever? Can it not be dodged at all?
He has a lava Rasengan that he can just melt niggas with. He has a whole bunch.
Here's boil release. Oh, what's that?
But we also see with Emission that Emission can just push away lava. Like his ultimate attack, the Kong, not the Kong.
Bajrangan. We seen him. Yeah.
Gonna get melted by lava. But then he just pushed it away.
Well, you would have to.
But alright, guys, I gotta get going.
Yeah, you.
So,
Alright, see ya.
Alright, see you guys.
I'm a big fan.
Alright, chat. Oh, I'm tired. Alright, well, I will admit, man, the Naruto verse is stronger than I thought. The Naruto verse is a lot stronger than I thought. Wait, is the live still going? I hope so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so the Naruto verse is a lot stronger than I thought, chat. I think like the best win condition for Naruto is using the QB cloak. I mean the avatar mode, right? I think without the avatar mode, he's just getting blitzed and beaten up. But with the avatar mode, it's like then it comes down to can Luffy just speed blitz it and like punch through it? That's more debatable. I have to study the avatar cloak's like durability more. We got to do a part 2. Yeah, we probably do, because this was a lot closer than I thought. I hadn't really considered like how durable is the avatar cloak. That was something that it's never bro. The other thing is like this is why I wanted to do the manga debate, is because no joke, chat, I really think I've had this debate like around 30-40 times. Said these points to me before, because they're always using the data books. Like, this is why I really wanted to do the manga, because it's like, when you do the manga only debates, you actually learn about the series. When you do the manga only debates, you actually learn about the series. Because every other time I've had this debate, all people are saying is, well, Haku's light speed, and the data books say Haku's light speed, and that means Kid Naruto's light speed. So they're all just, oh man, adult Naruto, he's got to be like 10,000 times the speed of light. And and remember Tamari's, you got some universal scaling, and it's like, bro, I when you're talking to me about this, that doesn't even sound like Naruto. Like, I just want to see like what does the actual manga say. So even though Naruto characters are slower in the manga, they have very impressive attack power feats, like scaling off of the 10 tails. But I have to like analyze how strong the 10 tails really is, and look into that more. Like Lowball, it seems like this dude's like a country wiper. But if he is a country wiper, that's like Doflamingo level stuff. But like, maybe he's more than that. Maybe he's like multi-country level or something. So I really need to look more into like how strong, like these are the kind of debates I actually like, because it teaches me more about the series and like shows me stuff I don't know. So it's like, now I want to study like how strong is the 10 tails actually? How durable is Naruto's QB cloak? What's the weakest person who's like broken through it? All that stuff. So these are like the things I want to look into next, because that'll just like make me understand the series better. All right, chat. That's everything for this stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate the views, appreciate the comments. Sorry if I was annoying you with the Naruto like slander in the beginning. I wasn't really trying to slander it. I was just saying like the honest truth of what I saw. Like the verse was massively slower. But the arguments of the Avatar cloak are good arguments. So I need to look and see what their durability actually are. the overall consensus is like, I'd say they both have win conditions over each other. From this debate, I would say like, if Naruto doesn't get the QB cloak going, like, I mean the Avatar cloak going, Luffy pretty much guaranteed wins. But if Naruto does get the Avatar cloak going, Naruto has some win conditions if he just like spams Biju blasts and Rasen shurikens. Maybe he would with one. Or he would force Luffy to go Gear 5, and then he could out stamina him by just like regenning over and over. So I think there are some win conditions for Naruto now after this. Like, I went into the stream thinking there were 0 for Naruto, but now I think there are some. But then you can still make the argument maybe Naruto, maybe Luffy. There is a chance of that, but like, I need to see who's the weak. Like, what's the weakest person who hurts Naruto in that cloak? That's what I need to look at. Anyway, that's it for this stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate the views, appreciate the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And I'll see you guys on the next one.